大地には花々が咲き誇り、神とは永久なる平和の時代に栄えています。静謐な水辺にて欲にふけり、杉し火の面影とともに杯を交わすのです。
The Panda got the go. Oh my lord.
Again.
Oh yeah. Hey. Yeah, I mean, hey, it worked in game 1.
KDA is just a number.
KDA is irrelevant, ladies and gentlemen, alright?
Oh.
That is
Magic damage over magic damage.
A lot of damage.
And the Hilda. There you
Hilda
go.
roam against the Cho. Oh, this is gonna be so scrappy.
Yeah, this is a... So SRG are trying to double down on that, right? They think, all right, Mythic Seal just want to brawl. Let's try to fight them out. Let's try to out-mechanic them. Mythic Seal, last pick in XP. What would enable? I honestly feel like the glue?
Yeah, the glue.
Yeah, it's like the last best
here.
bet because there's that. I think that out of all the EXP laners available, that's the only one that can match what CC
I don't
brings
know
to
what's
the table.
better.
Because the curtain call is such a powerful ult for this kind of playstyle. All that brawl that's going to happen. That yeah, I think it's just glue.
Unless they go for surprises again.
What's a crazy XP that could work here?
X-Borg? No.
Freya.
Oh, no.
You just go all
Freya.
damage.
I think you need a bit more crowd control here.
Yeah, you
ladder,
do.
but engage. I think mainly engage. What do you... That's not really... in a way it is. Falling Star Moon.
Okay.
Good against the Herald. Good against the Joy.
There is a lot of shields on the SRG.
Yeah.
It is pretty meta too.
Yeah. Kind of anticlimactic, but it makes a lot of sense.
Esmeralda?
Okay, so that is the playing field for these two. Again, if you're only joining us now, Mythic Seal surprise selling our Red Giants by somehow, some way taking game number 1. That means they are at match point and they could be the first team to qualify for the knockouts. Or will SRG, the defending champions of MSC, force this to a game number 3? Mirko and Brigida, let's go.
Thank you, Renmar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, again, the game. We're getting ready to get and jump into the game. Brig, what do you think about drafts this time? Last time you said, yes, very greedy lineup for the side of the Mythic Seal gang.
I feel like at this point, I'm just preparing myself for the amount of clashes we'll be seeing in this game. Earlier, it did seem like there were already a lot of clashes, but not a lot where Mythic Seal were able to respond.
Okay.
Game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday in Group B, we saw the reigning world champions of MLBB get dropped down to the lower brackets in Group B. Well, now, the defending MSC at Esports World Cup champions be thrown down to the ground in Group A.
Yeah, that is going to be the question for now. Mythic Seals in the mid lane. There's a lot of pressure going on. I feel like the mid control is another thing we definitely will be having to look at. But before that, the emblems look pretty much the same. Even for Nico on the mid lane Kimmy, it wasn't anything like pull yourself together. Earlier on.
By the way, it worked. Yeah, put yourself together, juice in last game. That was how they were able to gap close so well and also escape so many times against SRG. So now let's see. SRG are actually already pushing the tempo. Skies is walking up. Oh, doesn't get to steal it though.
Yeah, Ken still gets it. But this is SRG literally pressuring Ken all over again, whereas Cram he's doing such a great job all alone. Forced Nico to provide some help even because of just how well he's been managing Kun on the EXP lane. So would contesting the first objective really be an option for Mythic Seal? Because even looking at Ken, Stormy and Yumes, they're just blocking his way.
Cram also just winning out on this lane against Kun.
Yeah,
It's going to be very tough to get to the turtle, and again, just like in game 1, it'll be SRG to take the free first neutral objective. Skies picks it up, instantly rotates over to the purple buff. Hasn't used the retribution yet, so this should also be a steal quick by Skies.
Okay, this isn't something new to us. Mythic Seal, they do tend to let go of the objectives, but at least the difference now, I guess, is that SRG are yet to actually find kills or actually set up fights, which would amplify the advantage that they already have. So Mythic Seals are being very careful, but still, even when you look at their sides, it's not looking too good. Kun doing his best to survive, but that's gonna be first blood for SRG OG, just as we mentioned it.
Deja vu to game number 1. This is the 3rd minute rotation from Stormy into XP after getting turtle, and they're going to get a whole lot of shots over to the turret. Will it be a turret take at the 3rd minute is the question now, just like in game 1. Oh, it's a bit too close to game 1 here. They almost get it done. All right, but it stays intact.
Okay, so this is basically a repeat of what SRG OG were able to do in the first few minutes of the game. So I wouldn't be so surprised if they're able to establish yet again a massive lead, a significant one at that, but they might have to be careful about giving those opportunities again to Mythic Seals. I feel like they want to rush things now in this game, especially considering the amount of teamfight prowess that they have. So forcing fights might not be such an issue, but Yooms, instead, he'll be the one targeted here by the way of the Dragon Thorn Throws as well, committed onto him. But Boye, it seems like the pickoff took some time. Sekai's on the other hand too, found some kills, but that's a 2-for-1 trade so far. Maybe could be 3 kills, but there won't be enough damage from Kun, and there's a respo from Cram as well.
Yeah, good traction pulse. It's a kill traded in for a kill plus a turret in the bottom lane. Cram was able to get it down, so still very, I would say still advantages towards SRG. Yes, this does give Ken a bit more breathing room in the jungle. Uh-oh, Cram.
Oh, that's half HP for him. Another way of the Dragon converted into a successful pickoff. That's one member down for SRG. OG Yooms also half HP, but Sekai's gains access to Ken and the other members, but will settle with Boye for now, but it's a double kill for Boye. Sekai's being able to secure the objective. It seems like it's a triple for Boye, actually. What a redemption from him from game number 1, but Innocent making it just in time. Finds the kill onto Nico.
Gets the kill back. Mythic Seal again turned the gold lead around. SRG had the 2,000 gold lead, and now it's going to be the punish for Simpy 2 up top. I'm trying to think of who. Yeah, obviously it's just worth it for Mythic Seal. It was an all-out win. They lost Nico, but that's about it.
But the biggest question of all, I mean, I understand. They just pour in all of their resources. I mean, who gets the last hit doesn't matter, I guess. But it all went to Boye. Like,
yeah,
Ken got none of those kills. I mean, got the objective. No, not even the objective.
It was Kun.
It was Kun.
Hey, man, Ken has taken a big brother role, as was said by him yesterday in an interview with Eterna. So that's part of the big brother role. You let your little bros pick up kills, pick up objectives. You just sit on the side being like, all right, brothers, you got it, right? And really for Mythic Seal, a win is a win, right? They still just want to equalize this goal lead, get a bit more time so that they can scale up into their mid to late game power spike, which is going to hit quite big. SRG are going to have to rely on Innocent now very early on. Innocent's still farming really well, so don't count him out. Don't count SRG out. They still have a... Oh, wait. Zippy's actually taking a shot. All right. Just gets away. That gold lead. There you go.
Yeah,
oh. Is he actually gonna fight this? Yooms is here, but are they aware that Nico and Boye are as well? Get some vision because of Stormy. The way of the dragon is committed on to Stormy instead, and Nico... There's the follow-up. It's not gonna be enough though, so... Yeah, I feel like SRG needs to really reset after this. We're seeing a lot more responses, reactive ones, coming in from them.
So for Mythic Seal, they've already done the tough job of getting the gold lead into an even standing here. Through team fighting, they've been able to get that. Now it's SRG's turn to try to turn things around.
Yeah.
But Mythic Seal have the hold on side lane at this point of the game. You gotta remember that the Moskov will constantly be in the side lane. Mythic Seal could actually just give turtles and trade it for turrets.
Like they did in game number 1. And finally find a way to turn things around come late game. But Sekai's though, successfully takes the objective, but this is going according to plan. If you're Mythic Seal, Boye though, there's a lot of damage coming in from Cram. They might have to respect that, but a beautiful falling Star Moon and the follow-up damage coming in from Nico. They're able to deal with SRG, even with the limited manpower that they have. Oh, things might change this time though, because Zippy might go in. Still won't. It's a... Okay, they don't risk it for now.
But again, Mythic Seal, the problem in game one was they were just so far behind. They lost a bit too many fights in the early game that it was difficult to find any trade that was actually worth it, right? Like, turret for turtle is very, very even. Sometimes you would actually give the advantage to the turret. Game one, they were too behind to get those advantages. They were just getting wiped every single team fight. Now it's a conceal hold up. Oh yeah!
But will they be able to make it though? Yums is doing a great job at zoning out Nico and Zippy. There's the Zaman Force also committed by Innocent, and it seems like Boye will be punished. So those are great responses coming in from SRG.
And again, folks, remember the triple kill from Boye. Innocent didn't just pick up a roamer, he picked up a shutdown on a roamer. That's massive for Innocent. A good bounty. Ken? Whoa! Starting to deal a lot of damage way earlier in the game compared to game one. And again, to go back to the point before the team fight started, it's all about now being in a better position to come back, right? But it's for both teams now. For SRG, it seems like that game one has woken them up. The sleeping giants that was in game one.
Yeah, I was supposed to say even for Kun, SRG seemed like they were having a hard time to deal with Kun right now. The Esmeralda seems like it came to a point where it's really tanky, but oh no, Boye gets isolated. Zippy will try to provide some help, uses the Spear of Misery, but Sekai's nearly catches up. Fortunately, he survives though, and could this be an opportunity for Mythic Seal? Cram is also very, very low. But there's an upcoming objective they might have to reconsider.
They're just splitting up the map. Ken doing a good job at trading on the other side of the map while SRG trying to get Prio down below. But I think he might be staying a bit too long. The rest of the team are here. Ken has a puncture. We'll be able to puncture out now. 1-2 gets taken down and the fight goes for SRG.
He indeed took too long. And just in time, SRG got the best possible pickoff, which allows them to secure this objective without any contest. Okay, I saw that in day number one. It could have happened again, but at least it didn't. Zippy will settle with tier 2 turret down bottom.
Zippy, is he late to the recall? Oh yes, he is too!
They catch him even when he used the Spear of Misery! And that makes 2 kills for SRG and Daylord!
WSRG! They have read through the playstyle of Mythic Seal from game one, constantly looking for trades instead of fighting in the first few minutes of the game to hold the lead down from being too out of control. SRG just make the quick rotations, they just stay decisive, and Mythic Seal were the ones to be overconfident in the bottom lane up top as well. Ken now, Innocent pops in his Bond Force.
Oh, Innocent looks like he can deal with Ken even on his own at this point. Just dodging all those punctures and all those thorned roses. But now Mythic Seal, could they do what they did in game number one in defending and prolonging this game? Oh, Falling Hormone won't connect. But that is gonna be the question, because this time around, SRG, this is a 3k gold lead, and they have to make sure they don't repeat the same mistakes they did as well in game number one.
Holy Defense already down in the mid lane. Now in the bottom lane, they are gonna go for the siege. Yums walks up, Holy Shield pop again. Ken walks up, Kun able to get away. Ken with a puncture.
That's a lot of damage coming in from Innocent. But somehow, someway, they're still able to hold on to their inhibitor turret. So again, Mythic Seal, they're back in the same situation of just trying to prolong the game. This isn't a Claude anymore, however. It's a Moskov and a Kimi. I feel like that's still a decent amount of wave clear if you're Mythic Seal.
Stormy!
What? Again? Wait, they actually find the kill!
That was so delayed. He ends up popping the Purify, and Boye goes in too. Doesn't want to go. Doesn't actually get the proper angle. But yeah, Stormy, I think it was either like don't Purify at all or Purify earlier, right? I think that was just like a unfortunate mistake from Stormy.
It's during these moments where Mythic Seal just find the turnaround.
मस्को बटमा
So
जान्छ हेर
SRG, they must have
मस्को बटमा
learned
जान्छ
from these
हिँड्दा
kinds of
बटमा ढुकेर बस्छ
situations.
हेर है
They can't I mean, they didn't overstay in the
Right,
base or near the base, but they were somewhere Mythic Seals could immediately or quickly access, because you still have to consider that Mythic Seals, their lineup, they're very high in terms of mobility. They have the Lancelot, they have the Cho, and most of the things start with the Cho or the Esmeralda. So heroes like Stormy should be in better positions if put in these kinds of situations.
So SRG still have the lead, still have the advantage when it comes to the side lanes too, remember, in this game. Just like they did in the last game, they have to stay clean. They cannot be making those kind of mistakes with one person overextending. And luckily for Stormy, the Purifier will be up anyways in the next fight. So that will be a big resource that he won't be able to utilize. Wave only pushing up top though.
Oh, they don't use the Crimson Beacon, but the Lord is already down to half HP. Cram uses the Curtain Call and the Yo-Yo Blitz onto Kun, but Kun is just so tanky. Boye finds the kick onto Cram, but is that the right target? Ken dashes in, uses the Thorn Throws, will try to steal away the objective, but Sekai secures it for his team!
Uh-oh, Zippy caught in the bad spot now, able to go away. Yoms with the flicker forward as Kun tries to run away the other side of the map. It's Moskov versus everybody. I don't think he'll be able to survive, and it will be Yoms with the swing of the War Axe to take him down. Mythic Seal lose the neutral objective and 3 members for a trade of Stormy.
It already looked like Kun was doing such a great job. Kun was doing a lot, got the attention of Stormy, but the change of targets, it was too fast. They decided to focus so much onto taking down Ken and Boye. They let Stormy, left Stormy alone. Could have been bad, but it was okay. But in the live cam, it seems like they're already approaching the base. Oh, it doesn't land. Ken gets the dodge and finds the kill onto Innocent. SOT won't connect, however. Mythic Seal again find a way to deal with this for now.
Mythic Seal have found yet another angle to punish SRG. Yes, this is looking a bit too similar to game 1. I'll be honest with you. Like, in terms of the turret takes, it's mid and bot too. And the mistakes, you would expect a mistake like that from Innocent, or an overextension from SRG like that after game 1, but you just saw it. They can, again, it just comes down to the reset. They've been better on the team fights too.
Okay.
So they just need to calm down. They gotta calm down. They gotta let a few of these fights go. It's fine, you know, in a 4v5.
Oh, Kun though, he's dealing a lot of damage.
Oh my god,
connects onto Cram, SOD lands as well. Nico finds the kill. Sekai might be the next target, but fortunately has the dash. Mythic Seal. Just activates when they're in this point of the game.
As me and LaFell and you know from day number 1, they just need to be behind. Innocent walks up against Kun.
Okay.
So both these teams are just going at it, dude. Like SRG really shouldn't have been in that position while Innocent was down, taking a 4v5 for no reason. There were no objectives up top as well. And it's the same for Kun. There was actually no reason for him to be up in the mid lane so far up there. But yeah, he might be falling next into. Look at the cut. Look at the cut. They can actually. No.
No.
Okay.
This is the point in the game.
Guys,
where
also double tap the screen.
Guys,
double tap the screen. Okay, double tap the screen.
There have been a couple of questionable decisions or positions from some of these members, but things will definitely change once we head into the next objective. But SRG, it does look like they want to make things happen even before the objective gets to spawn. It looks like they're scouting and checking wherever Mythic Seal could potentially come from. They're on the exact same opposite sides of the map, though. So how will they capitalize on this situation? Stormy's up there. It'll take some time for him to get here, but
they want to blitz it.
Yeah, this is gonna be good for SRG because Zippy will have to deal with the wave up top. Still has the SOD, however, but they're zoning out the members of Mythic Seals really, really well. Traction pulls already committed. They catch you. Might get to burn him down. SOD lands. They find it.
Cram now walking up. Oh, gets covered. Also Lethal Wanderer What the hell? Boy, yeah, with the way the dragon from out of
Wipe
nowhere.
and
Zippy goes over to Spirit of Misery. Ken walks over the puncture.
Wipe and
Has him on force.
They actually tried to
Wait,
take
wait,
him
wait,
down,
wait,
but the
wait,
damage is
innocent,
too
wait,
much.
innocent.
Nico will have to reposition himself as well, while the
What?
other members of
Innocent,
Mythic
bata hai,
Seal just focus on working on the Lord, and they finally
Nice
get
one,
it for themselves.
Lance Hartley.
The seal that was
Queen
placed
Wana
in
hai.
game 1 is activated in
Yeah,
game
initial
2. The
got there,
seal
like,
is,
yeah.
every time we get
Kimi
past
ko ulti
16,
haन्यो
I
है.
believe.
Tag को
Look
healer
at that
टस्यो.
Spirit of Misery, dude. How unlucky was Cram to be right there on the pin with the small lethal on the Spirit of Misery? Traction Pulse. Oh no, they baited out Innocent. Saman Force in the middle. Alright, they don't have Lord.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at live cam
Ah,
view.
yeah.
जित्न हान्न पायो भने त.
Alright, let's go back to the fight.
Fight
Boye too, man. This guy,
फेरि गाड हान्छ
he's a bit
हान्न
too
त.
explosive.
तर
Like,
Just
when
the
they're
right
ahead,
amount.
you don't want him to do that. When you're behind,
सबै
you want him to do
घुस्ने
that.
हिरो छ उतापट्टि पनि फेरि.
Mythic Seal just do better from behind.
Okay,
You know what?
this is confirmed.
There you go. This is
skill
confirmed.
पनि
All
छैन
our
turret
theories
को.
from day number 1, I think this proves it
Yeah.
all. If they especially win this game.
Hey, Turner was a big hater of that, by the way. Like, Mythic
Yeah.
Seal didn't play from behind. Hey,
No, they just
proof.
adjusted. They just play. Nah, why am I on the same boat? No, because I don't do that to Eterna. But anyway, this
Lens
is
सके
this is gonna
new
be
meta
such a
over
statement
lens.
for them.
Lens
If ever
ले त
they're
यार.
actually able to make things happen with this Lord, they're syncing up the waves. And SRG, if you look at their wave clear, let's see how they make it work. Already forcing out the Crimson Beacon. Innocent has the Zaman Force. However,
Wait,
he's just getting shredded by Zippy.
Yeah, damage from Zippy is ridiculous. It pierces through the
No,
turrets too, so you gotta be careful.
माथिको नि
Mid lane
गयो.
base are taken down now. They're gonna be looking to go up top. Boye is walking up. There's a
Okay,
cannon
left
in
hand
two.
there.
Phantom execution. They get the turret.
Okay. At least Boye didn't have the flicker yet, so they probably won't force anything.
मस्कोपले पुस
And
हानिदिन्छ.
that's exactly
Solo
what
आयो
they
भने
have to do
मस्कोपले
maybe, because
सक्दैन
Mythic
मार्न.
Seal are already in the lead at an advantage. They've equalized the turrets. And I think maybe this is a better
होइन, होइन भाइ,
development
यसो
for
हेर्नु
game
मन
number
लागिरहेको
1,
क्या.
because Mythic Seal for game number 1
हेरौँ न
were able to
सामान
turn
गाइस
things
थियो.
around.
यो पछि झन्
Up until the very last
Kylie
moment,
versus
but
Carty
this
जी,
time-
कल जित्ला.
They've left SRG with only a single inhibitor turret in their hands, so this looks like a much more manageable game for them when it comes to the objective fights.
Hold up. Cram's walking up. Gonna be stunned up. And just pops in with a Crimson Beacon too.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, but who will be bursted down first? Sakai
Whoa.
tries to reach for the targets from behind, but gets
my
bursted
God.
down instead. Zaman Force also laid by Innocent, but it's a retreat
Joy
for
Lisa
SRG after
No, no,
losing their
no.
jungler.
This guys went a bit too far off of the team as well. Like, no one was able to really follow up. He dove in so deep, popped him in the crown, was expecting, I think, Innocent to come in right there and then, right as he popped in Winter Crown, because that would have been a good combo, right? Then at least Skies wouldn't have died. 20
did, but-
seconds on
Winter
Skies.
Crown
This
branch
could
again?
be Mythic Seal just pushing in. And like you said, Brigitte, yes, they only got 2 base turrets from Mythic Seal, but it's actually good for Mythic Seal here because the lane up top is the one that they got the base turret in. That's the far lane. 5 seconds on Skies. Mythic Seal could just force a fight right here now.
They're gonna try to burst it. But Innocent and Yumes, they might want to do something
the
else.
Lord
They're
player.
trying to look for other angles,
Good
but
play.
Boye, he has it covered. He knows exactly where they're trying to go from, but that buys them enough time to reset the Lord and allow Sekais to actually make it. Now, what is going to be the play for SRG, OG, and Mythic Seals? Zamanforth already committed onto Kun. Might be the first casualty, not looking too good for Mythic Seals, but the damage from Zippy, you have to respect it! Knock up from the Jeet Kundo. Sekai somehow makes it out alive, but they commit onto Stormy instead. Nico finds the kill onto
Oh
Stormy!
my god.
Zippy goes in
Moscow
over to
player,
Crown. Now the
Moscow
damage coming down
player,
as well. So the
Moscow
Lance
player.
brings Boye back into the bush. Sky's walking up. Boye, sticking to immortality.
No.
Zaman Force over.
Deal
Boye
it, yeah.
taken down. Innocent with a kill again.
Wait, मार दे यार.
Gets a kill back on Cram, and it's back to back
What
to back
the
team
hell?
fights.
2 for 2,
Oh,
and none of them will commit to the objective
भयो,
just yet. I have to correct myself. It wasn't Stormy
उतापट्टि को
earlier.
भाइ छ.
But either way,
सेम क्या दुईटैको हेर न
Mythic
त्यहाँ.
Seal!
हाइपर
I
मिड
can't believe they're doing
तिनटाको
this.
त्यही
The
भन्छ क्या.
defending champions, they are clearly struggling to find a way to end things quick, to hold on their lead, because it keeps getting snatched away from them by Mythic Seal.
मस्को कस्तो
What a
नडर है.
stalemate, ladies and gentlemen. Mythic Seal and SRG just keep going at it. They have suffered a few casualties in the battle, but it's always even 2 for 2, 1 for 1. There was one big fight for SRG, one massive one for Mythic Seal as well, but after that, it's just been trades after trades, and Nico is doing a whole lot of damage. This is the least accurate, lore-accurate Stormtrooper of all time.
That's such brave positioning. Oh, and I feel like Nico can afford to be a lot more brave now. Picked up the immortality. So SRG will have to consider that if ever they want to look for a fight. But how do they deal with it now? From where do they expect to come from? Cram and
Moscow.
Oh my god!
They find Zippy! Will he be able to survive this? I think not!
Oh my god,
What a read by Skies and Cram to hold their position up top, knowing that there might be a Moscow looking for the play. Now they want to collapse!
Oh, they're looking for the kills, but they have to escape for now. Kills might not be the way to go. Innocent finds Ken, and it's 5 members of SRG marching towards the base. They'll do their best to try and defend, to hold the minions on the side. But Nico could only do so much, but actually Kun buys some time. But at least SRG, they still have a wave marching down bottom. Nico's literally trying to make things happen, but he can't anymore. And we equalize the series right here.
SRG refused to go down like that. They turned things around yet again after a crazy back-to-back team fight, back-to-back lead. Welcome to MSC 2025 at the Esports World Cup. This is the level of play that we have.
That is the outcome we deserve. 3 games for what has been an absolute banger of a series so far. Just when we thought that the final seal would get broken, the Red Giants refused to be overshadowed. And what a replay of game number 1, except this time around, Mythic Seal were taking care of the map a little bit better, which is what triggered a difficulty points for...
एउटा टोकन पाए त के हो अब कसको छ गेम अब आरक्यू भर्सेस एउटा रहेछ अनि पिएच भर्सेस Omni Boys versus TS. RR को मन लगाइदिउँ न
玉座には孤独と冷たさが宿ると言います。されど
よ ग्रुप ए मा त्यही स्पिड खेल्दा भनेको नि अब कस्तो छ त मसोप खेल्दा त्यसरी अगाडि जादिन नि काइरी कुमारको हेर्ने अब काइरीहरुको हो फेरि यहाँनिर त उ देखाइराछ त ओनिक पिएच भनेको फिलिपिन्स हैन कसको हो अब यो कहाँको हो यो कहिलेको हो यो आज कति तारिख हो आज 25 परेछ
super late game. It seems like he actually sells the Enchanted Talisman and ends up buying.
इन्डो अब कसको छ भान्जा
高貴なるボタンも野に咲く一輪の花もそれぞれに美しさを宿すもの人の世もまた
यिनीहरुको एफिनिटी हेर न एफिनिटी कति लेभल भयो 12 लेभल भइसक्यो यिनीहरुको एफिनिटी
के बुझ्नु गरा हैन तिमी पछाडि हेर ल हैन भाग्नमै छैन होला त्यहाँ तिनीहरूलाई भाग्नै छ यार
सकाइदियो क्या यिनीहरुको यार
एमको ड्यामेज हेर न म गरे यार कत्रो छ
के गर्नु भन न म अब रोटेसनै हान्न पाएन यिनीहरूले ल्यान्ड गरेर
आज दाइ पब्जीको आज पब्जी त भाइ मैले यार केही पनि बुझ्दैन यार सिरियसली यार हाट्दैन म यार
मैले खेले त्यो सीसीलाई
मैले खेल्ने भनेको
त्यस्तो बनाउँछु
मोबाइल लेजेन्ड मात्र हो अरु खेलिन नि अरु अब मोबाइल लेजेन्ड पनि तिम्रो यताउति साथीहरुसँग यो भाइहरुसँग खेल्नु पहिला अनि यसो युट्युब पनि खोलिदिउँ भनेर मात्र हो
ओरे छै ब्याक
त्यो होरले गर्छ होला नि
यसको गयो अब गयो अब भाइ जल्दी हामी त जल्दी के आयो
मारे
हेर न मार
गाह्रो छ दाइ होरलाई यार स्पोन्सरबाट लोथ कमाइहालेछ
बडा हुनु थियो
गाइज रोजर खेल्छौ भने रोजरको उले बिल्ड राखेको राख है बवाल छ यो रोजरको बिल्ड
भर्खर आएर म त अलि हामी मिलेर टन्नै हामीलाई
गाडी कुदाउ रहेछ त्यो इरिथिलमा गनी गन होइन हो र को छ खै इरिथिलमा
ओडे निस्किन्छ है ओडे निस्किन्छ मैले पहिले भनेको
खै के उर्दू हो कि के ल्याङ्ग्वेज रहेछ मेरो नि यही हो बट स्काई फिट हुँदा राम्रो स्काई फिट हुनु पर्यो भएन भने त फेरि ल्याङ हुन्छ
म त अत लाग्छ ओडे क्लिक गर नि
ओइ ओइ ती छ इरिथिल छ ओइ ओइ इरिथिल छ त्यहाँ नाइस वन गाइस नाइस वन रोजरको ह्युमन फर्म क्या पावरफुल छ दाइ
लाइभ छैन
यस्तो हो तिम्रो कस्तो भने यस्तो हो क्या जब इनिमी तिम्रो भाग्न खोज्यो हैन आफू भाग्नु पर्छ भने चाहिँ रोजरको रोरमा फर्स्ट स्किल थिच्ने अनि ह्युमन फर्म बन्ने क्या त्यसरी के अरे भाग्न सकिन्छ हैन अनि अर्को भनेको चाहिँ तिमी त्यही हो आफूले खेल्दा खेल्दा बानी हुन्छ क्या मेन्टेन गर्न सक्नुपर्छ यार रोजरको ग्याङमा चाहिँ हत्तपत्त फेरि ह्युमन फर्म नबनाउने ह्युमन फर्म बन्यो भने तिम्रो फेरि मार्क्सम्यान जस्तै हुन्छ अरूले मार्न सक्ने रोल बन्यो भने चाहिँ बबाल फाइटर हुन्छ क्या बबाल यो दुईजनाले नि बबाल खेल्छ है गाइस
एकैछिनमा त
छोटे नि यार
खेले
पकड़ यार
ओइ
पकड़ यार यार लॉर्ड भन्दा भनेको यार ओके
गेमै सकाइदियो क्या लो गेमै सकाइदियो गाइस
मैले
एक थर्ड रेडलेसली त
लॉर्ड भन्दा Can't think they was there, man. Hulky man.
Put themselves on the blue side might actually be faring a little bit better for SRG. Because now there's so many decisions Mythic Seal has to consider.
ए गन्नी गर्नु थियो
फ्र्याङ्को खेल्नु पर्ने हो के फ्र्याङ्को खेले राम्रो हुन्थ्यो
टिम भक्कर आइरहेको थियो यारमा चिस गाडा उसले चिन्याएर जितेको गेम
स्टार्ट भइसक्यो गेम
मगरले अघि अस्ति वान भएन
एक गेम हान्दी भने मैले खेले खाने यार
लेस्ली पनि बोर्ड थियो के
यस्तो एक गेम हान्दिम न
जित्ने मुझे जित्ने हो गएर जित्ने हान्दियो क्या मुझे हामी पनि फोकट हो लैलामा गएको
त्यो ठोके
आयो त्यही आयो कि फेरि यही दुईटा आयो कि फेरि लेन्समा खेलो चाहिँ जाँदै नहुनु पर्ने हो कि खासमा यार उनीहरूलाई उठाउनु गएको यसै मऱ्यो यार मारो किन दिएको त्यसलाई पर कोभिडनेटै गयो यार म्याचिस
जस्तो खेल्दा पनि यार जस्तो गर्दा पनि नहुने यार 58 बनाउँछु भनेर सेकेन्डमा झन् त्यत्रो राम्रो खेल्छ रोजाको
Please pick a hero.
ओए मुले गुले के म अनि रोम खेल्ने
हेर बाउले देऊ 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 मलाई
के गर्ने हो म रोम खेल्ने
The enemy is picking.
यिनीहरुले त के हो
मेरो मिड लेन यार हो मिड लेन ब्याक अरूले नै खेल्दैन म
खेलेर चिने सिसीसँग
केटाहरुले त के हो
गेममा साला इनके साला
天に選ばれし我らの
フランコ
永遠に栄えん
Where is my Franco? Let's go Franco. केटी हो म
鳥の鳴き声に呼ばれ黄泉の国へ閻魔大王も恐れおののく
या फेल गाइस यो कस्तो छ ठीक छ
The enemy is picking.
जो अघि आएको छ हानेरै मुजी त्यस्तो भयो
अब लुकास लिन्छ यार मा
काउन्टर खेलेको त
भनेको भनेको चिग्री जंगल
टाइप हान्दैछ टाइप
このウラノスが覚醒した
खेल 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 खेल
त्यही भन्दै
एउटा टिम च्याङ्गी खेल नि त एउटा मलाई
देउ 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 देउ
The enemy is picking.
हैन हैन भन्दा चाङ्गे नै खेल्नु रे यसको चाङ्गे
चिग्रीहरूलाई चाहिँ सही दिनै नहुने
तिमीहरूलाई दिएर खाइदै थिएँ क्या
लु मामा
दिमागै छैन दिमागै छैन
हैन नि भन्छ मगरले उ खेलहरु फेरि अब ल्याम ल्याम पुसा
तेरा चाकमा चिक्ने ब्याक शट रन्डीको
के बोल्छ यिनीहरु हे प्रभु
त्यो एमएमआर घट्छ भनेर त्यसले
यहाँ
नहेर्यो
मेरो भ्युअर्सहरु को मान्छेसँग बसेर खेले हेरे हेरे
परोस् न अपोनेन्टमा अनि हान्ने हो क्या यसलाई
के बोले
नै
यिनीहरु
त्यो यसको त्यति
माइक्रो
राम्रो
फान्दियो,
होइन
जेट
त्यो
भन्छ,
उयसको कस्तो
यिनीहरुको?
राम्रो होइन क्या त्यो ह्याङकाई हो कि भन्ने त्यसको
यिनीहरु
राम्रो
बौलाइरा छ
यो हिजोको
त्यही
ग्लोबल
माइक्रो गरिदिन्छ है यिनीहरु
कति त
बौलाइरा छ
रातिको?
यिनीहरु
हाने त मैले कस्तो नमजाले हाने थिएँ
गोटी खाएर आछ यिनीहरु गोटी खाएर
क्या
आछ
उठेर यार बिचरा रुन मात्र जस्तो यार
मुख देखाएको थिएँ नि मेरो त्यो असिसले हान्दा नि उठेको थियो
गर्नु कि नगरौ यिनीहरु पागल भएर छ है केटाहरु यो त यदि आज
कहाँको ब्ल्याडका ब्ल्याड उठाइदिए भाइ
आफ्नो भन्नु मजा आउँछ
निन्द्राको धुनमा खेल्थ्यो नि हिजो त है
तर
यिनीहरुको कुरा सुन है यिनीहरुको कुरा सुन
5 seconds till the enemy
Madre.
reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
घुरा रहेछ गोटी खाएर
हान्न सक्यो हुन्छ
जिस्का जिस्का भन्छ जिस्का
लेस्लीलाई हान्नै सक्दैन इडिथेलले लेस्ली भाग्छ क्या काट भइदिन्छ
रेडबाट हान्ने सोचिरहेको मैले स्नाइपर हो त्यो निसा मात्र
खनुवाले मादा रे
आउँछ स्नाइपर हान्दै
भन न म यही बसिरहेको छु झम्टुलाई तिमी ताना मात्र के ताना
मजाले
ओए मैले खाँदैन जस्तो यार यो
साइड क्लिपहरु खाइदिउँ न सबै
खाए 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 यो रन मत्तेको छोरो
मैले तान्दिएँ यार त्यसको अनि खाइदिएँ यार बनाङ
ए आमा हो कस्तो पिल्याले मलाई
उयो रहेछ नि त उता यारमा के अरे एक्सबुक
त्यही छ बनाङ छ
म यसलाई ल फार्म रोकेको छु मैले फार्म गरेको
खाने लाग्यो रोको यो मर्यो छोड्यो यो मर्यो त्यस्तै हो भाइ तिमी गर आऊ बवाल देखो एन्टर मिस काम खाऊ मजाले यसले घुम्छ बिस्तारै तान्छु है म तान्छु पाएन तान्दैन
हैन
टोटो खाला रे बे दुईजना रोको 7 सेकेन्ड
काम गर्ने कालो मकै खाने भालु भयो त यो त यसलाई खेल्नै आउँदैन क्या यसलाई नतान्मै केही आउँदैन क्या भन्छ नतान रे आमा
बरङ आयो मैले बरङ
त्यहाँ अगाडि
あまり高く飛ばないで怖いんだから
टाढो मिठाउनु यता मिठाउनु मलाई एउटा मात्र आयो भाग
師匠のこと大好き
Ult is ready. Ult is not ready.
यसको फिस्टाले डराउँछ खुट्टा के आयो त्यो पार्टी गफ न त्यसको
あれウサギさんはどこ
टप बफ आइदिने अब दिनु पर्दैन के छोड्यो मर्न दे यसलाई चाहिँ खानुपर्छ मर्न दे तिमी छोड्यो मजाले निस्क्यो मर्न दिने हुन्छ
あれウサギさんはどこ
तिमीलाई कस्तो दिन्छु कि अघि नै गइदिन्न कि मरेको उसले हाले अरू मरे सोचेको मैले सकाउने यस्तो पातहरू हुन्छ यता त्यसको लिन नजाऊ छोड्यो जित्नु गर्दैन छोड्यो मिड र टप मात्रै हेर्छ त्यसको लिनै हेर्नु पर्छ अरू गेम जित्ने छोड्यो त्यसको ट्राई मात्रै कति चाहिँ कतिसम्म ट्राई हान्दैछ मसँग त टायर हिटको छ त उयो भएछ नि त कोही टायर हिटेको त मलाई त मिल्छ हाल्नु
あまり高く飛ばないで怖いんだから
के हो यार टिम त
यता ओल्टी हाने लास्टिङ नै खालिन्छ होला नि है Oh, more already there. All the shit already Fuck boy, then there.
Our turret has been destroyed.
पत्कारे छाड दे यार
帰りたいの
Short and end. Didn't bother to the path or
The enemy
all
has
the
slain
man
the
and
turtle.
ここはどこ
are there.
なあなあなあなあ
迷っちゃっ
Both
た
morning and all you are them. See, where I am, I don't know you want to go to him. Right? You don't want to meet your life, but not to also
来
on
る
it.
よ
झन् दिन पनि खेल्न आउने ल
थाहा भएको कुरा हो मुजी
Okay.
यसै ट्रोल मुजी तिमी पर्दैन हैन होला अस्ति दिन छोड्दै ट्याङ्की मर्न त्यो ट्याङ्की छोड्यौ न नहान न छोड्दियो
Initiate retreat.
छोड्दियो क्या अन्त गीत पर्दैन
Killing spree.
सकाउ सुन छोड्दियो
Our turret is under attack.
के हो रिकल देखाउँछ त यो फुच्चीहरु त
Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret is under attack.
भन्दा
Our turret has been destroyed.
गोली हेर न गाइस यार 6000 भइसक्यो
ट्रोल हानेको पो दिँदो रहेछ त मुजी यार हाते मुजी कोही मादरा ब्याक
走って早くロジャーが来た
Then I'm using Yeah, never बोलेगा यार मैं
あまり高く飛ばないで怖いんだから
और भी उन कोर्स में प्रॉपर ट्रोल आने लगे सीमा दे रहा ना फुल दिन जाएगा
あれウサギさんはどこ
ना
Destroy the turret. You destroy the turret. Turret
師
is
匠
under
लाग में बोले ना वो
大好き
वैसे मुझे सांसें से गाने लाग देना ये
slain. An enemy has been slain.
और मुझे ये चीज़ मुझे जाना ना था उठला के मुझे बोला छोटे थोड़ा ना जा तो मॉडल मुझे बातें ले बैक ऐसा
Inhibitor turret is under attack.
I'm totally not about it. अरे उनके तरीके से मुझे मारने
帰りたいの
लेकिन सारी मारेंगे आधे
怒るよ
त्यो लुक्न
इन्हें मजा जो दो तीन मोटर छोड़ो
Our inhibitor turret is under
दूसरे को
attack.
ना बुरान बुरा लगता है बैक हो गया
Initiate retreat.
बैक
迷っちゃった
थोड़े कोई
Under attack.
थोड़े सा
1、2、3、4、5人参いっぱいだ
Turret is under attack.
走って早くロジャーが来た
अंदर ठीक है
怒るよ
Throw.
怒るよ
अरे यार थ्रो दे गेम छोड़ो ना गेड़े किन हान्नु पर्यो
तावा यार
खाइबो नकिनु पर्ने के लामो
गु खाओ तिम्रो
रिपोर्ट हान अब रिपोर्ट हान न लागिहाल्छ नि
फलो गए
फलो गरे रिपोर्ट हान फलो हान रोम नराख्दिम यार रोम नराखे यार एउटा के खेल्छ एएफसी खेल्छ एएफसी राखे
रोजरको 71 र 67 यार
रहेर भनेको हो तिमीलाई त्यो तिमी स्वाप हान्ने काम नगर्नु न लामो यार जे छ त्यही खेल क्या मुजी यार मुजी अरूले खेल्छ नि एड्रेस गर्ने नै होइन क्या मुजी मैले बुझिसकेँ क्या म्याच मुजी ऱ्यान्डमहरूलाई एड्रेस गर्यो मुजी घन्टा जस्तो खेलिदिन्छ मुजी यस्तै हुन्छ होइन
यसलाई हेर भन्छ
रोल भन्यो
यो छैन यो के रे यो यसले मैले रिकल देखाएको यो यसले
जित्ने गेम पनि
एम्ब्लेम बिना एम्ब्लेम भएको अकाउन्ट हानेछ अरे
इजी गेम
ल हेर यहाँ एक गेम 2 गेम
जीरो गेम डाउन सिस्टम हेर न हारेको थियो यो वाइजेड मा 1 गेम 2 गेम 3 गेम 4 गेम 5 गेम हारे हिस्ट्रीमा हेर नि बनाएर म रोजर पनि खेल्न छोड्छु प्लेन पर्सन भइसक्यो 45 गेममा त्यत्रो खेल्दा भने जति राम्रो खेल्न खोजे पनि
लास्ट गेम गेडा काम छैन जाला नि म्याच अलि म गएपछि खेले यार एक गेम खेल अनि 5 गेम खेल गेडा
दुई गेम
Just this one, the SOD does not land. Ken will have all the time in the world to focus on his opponents, and he takes the Lord.
One fall and only Innocent here getting a trade, getting something on the map. He does get it, but look at Nico. He wants to cancel it. He will be able to do it. Innocent jumps in with The step goes into the base. Oh, my Lord, Innocent walks it over, gets a kill. Canaminian, Innocent. He cannot do it, not in time. The base open. He's tried everything to save. There's another wave now in the bottom lane. Innocent looking for clear.
एमन मात्रै हो के यसको हेर नि एमनमा मात्रै छ के हेर नि गेम अरुमा हेर त 50 पनि नाम छैन एमन मात्रै 330 मा हेर न 55 पर लेस्लीमा अघि भर्खर खेलेको 28 लेस्लीमा पनि मैले लागि एमन नदीको हो के मैले खेलेको एमन खासमा उनी खेल्छ भनेर म एमन खेल्छु भनेर दिएको मैले लागि
केला हाइपोर्ट दिनु नि गल्ती हो के एमन चाहिँ
खासमा त्यो सोचेर दिएको हो मैले गोल्ड म भ्याइदिन्छु एमन खेल्यो भने यसले राम्रो खेल्छ नि त एमन भनेर दिएको हो अब लामो सु गरेन पो गरेन भने ट्रोल हान्ने त के गर्ने त मैले मगर गरि चाहिँ मैले के
हामीले गरेन भने त्यसलाई मुजी अघि मुजी फर्स्टमा मुजी सो गरेर उस गर्दाखेरि त्यसले के घण्टा राम्रो खेलेको थियो मुजी ट्रोल हो नि ट्रोलै हान्दिने हो कि साँच्ची हो मिलेर अब
मान्छेले रोजर लिइसक्यो अनि
मुजी यारको उस उठाइदियो त के गर्नु त लास्ट विक दिएन नि ट्रोल भने सुने त मैले अनि देऊ मुजी एक गेम खेल्छु
मैले के रे यो त्यसलाई हानिसकेको थियो के त्यो भन्दा अगाडि नै हानेपछि त्यसले सो भने तिमीलाई नगरेपछि त्यसले ट्रोल भन्दियो अनि मैले कसरी ट्रोल हान्ने त अनि मेन हिरो लिएपछि त रोजरको पुस हानेर अब त्यो बेला भनेन क्या
यसले त्यो गेम भित्र छिरेपछि भनेपछि म के गर्नु त मलाई
लिन्थे नि त मैले अरू हिरो हान्थ्यो होला कुरा त्यो हो नि त
यसलाई भिक्सनाले ल्याङ गर्छ हैन रोकमा हेरेर जान्छ यार भिक्सना लिँदै फेरि उताबाट काउन्टर लिदियो भने छैन मुभी हेरेर हेरौँ न
ग्लूलाई मार्नु त्यति धेरै गाह्रो पर्दैन क्या त्यसको अल्टी हान्दा टरे भित्र आइदियो भने त्यो झरिहाल्छ नभए त अब गिदी चाहिँ अलिकति त्यसले झ्याउ गर्छ तर त्यसलाई हिरो भयो भने
नर्मल मेजै खेल्छ त्यसो भए
सकिन्छ त्यति धेरै झ्याउ गर्ने हिरो चाहिँ उयो मानिले
लास्ट वीक हाना एउटा लास्ट वीक हाना छोड्दो गड हाने ल मैले भिक्साना जाउ हुन्छ यार यो गेम उतिले परेबाट मार्दिन्छ एक छियाली
समात्छ नि भिक्साना
बैटिकल साथी हो बैटिकल बेट्री छान्दै एउटा बवाल हुन्छ यो गेम हान्दै बेट्री छान्दै
गेम खेल्नु मगर म रोजर
म भ्याउँदैन कि स्टार्ट पनि छैन मलाई बाहिर जान्छ क्या आज हिजो भन्दै त भोलि आउँछु अहिले राति आउँछु कि बरु राति
हैन रोजरको एक दुई गेम हान्नु भनेको राति खै म हेरौँ म के हुन्छ
राति नि मैले भयो भने खेल्छु भएन भने म हैन मतलब म हुन पनि सक्छु नहुन पनि सक्छु आज
गाइस के हानौँ ब्याट्रिक हानौँ कि क्यारी हानौँ कि डोडी हानौँ कि नुस्ली हानौँ कि के हानौँ के ठिक होला
जित्यो भने अर्को एक गेम हान हार्यो भने जाउँ
5 बजे निस्किनु छ कि लामो दिने लास्ट गेम भनेको यार तर गेम खेल्दिम भने बस्यो
केही हुन्छ
दुआ हैन न म चल्दिहाल्छु अहिले भरे त्यो लाग्यो भने
復讐に燃える孤独な魂
मस्को भन्दैन
पोस्टर हानिदिएको
तिम्रो इच्छा
मस्को भन्दैन यो गेम यार इन्स्पायरमा त झन् हुँदै हुँदैन
फ्लिकर हेर यार
इन्स्पायर हुँदैन अवतार बस पर्ने यार
हान्न सक्छौ भने लगेडा हो के भन्नु
भगवान हिरो छ क्या अगाडि आयो म्याचिङ नि वान ट्रिक इक्सिया
अघिको हाम्रो यो ग्याटो के त न्युज आला जनसन र ग्याटो खेलेको थियो त्यो बेला किन थियो किन
हान्दी
के त्यही त खेलेको थिएन ल भने
रोल हान्दै यो फ्र्याङ्कोले के यो फ्र्याङ्कोले रोल हान्दैन म्याच यस्तो रिस उठ्यो म्युजिक
त्यो अघिको लास्टमा थ्रो गर्दै होइन राम्रै खेलिरहेको थियो जनसन
के राम्रो खेल्नु के राम्रो खेलेको थिएन म्युजिक म्याजिक खेलेर हराइदिएको के त
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
हो एमले मैले के राखे भन्छ
竜の方向がお前らの番か
गइरहेको थियो तर लास्टमा थ्रो गर्दै के लड भन्दा भन्दा जुधे होइन
यो होइन अर्कै हो यो त के भन्दा अगाडि
この力で世界のすべてを飲み込む
ओए फ्राङ्को
私から奪ったものの代償を炎と血で払わせてやる
मोटर यहाँ आयो भने त मोटर हो आमामा
か
कति
つて
छिटो
は
आएको
この地を守っていた
सरी यार भन्छ हेर्नु पनि
今は血の洗礼を授けるようになった
माथि जाने यार भोलि यार
私は竜を倒した英雄と呼ばれていたが今は復讐を求める孤独な存在だ 怒りの炎でこの裏切りの王国を滅ぼす
ए मैले खाएन लामो मैले चाँडो दुखी हानेको नहेरिकन आँखा चिलाइरहेको
私の怒りの重みで城さえも砂のように崩れ去る
बनाइरहेको थिएँ म
死にゆく戦士たちの叫び声がまだこの耳に残っている
निक्लिएर हान्थ्यो त अब पहुँच्न पर्दैन थियो मारेगा निक्ली गर्दै हान्थ्यो यार
影をかけるこの体は復讐の道具に過ぎない影をかける敵の骨で玉座を築く
दियो
怒りの
हामीले
炎
हेर न मानी
名
खाना
誉も
रहेछ
名も捨て滅びの炎へと生まれ変わった
क्या बुझेको सबजना मरे
Ally has been slain. Request backup.
戦場が私の居場所だ
नि मरे
हेर हेर भन्छ तिम्रो मामाको दुर्गति डोडाएर खेलेको
देखन आइबोट
竜の餌にして
मादारा
मारे क्या हो
Stable network.
है गइरहेको थियो बिस्तारै
ल्या
Unstable network.
影をかける私の怒りの重みで城さえも砂のように崩れ去るてっふっ敵の骨で
तिम्रो
玉
माथि
座を
यार
築く
आइज न हो यो भइसक्यो के हो यार
復讐の影だ
Launch attack.
死にゆく戦士たちの叫び声が まだこの耳に残っている。
An ally has been slain.
私から奪ったものの代償を炎と血で払わせてやる。
Immortal.
聞け、死者の方向を。
Another. Another.
ए हो वारियर
怒りを力に。私は竜を倒した英雄と呼ばれていたが、今は復讐を求める孤独な存在だ。名誉も名も捨て、滅びの炎へと生まれた。
You have been slain.
この恨み。
Ulti है ना.
डेढ़ जगह मारना डेढ़ जगह
Has been slain.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅。
Launch attack.
ओए मार
この矛は
मार्छ त यसले त
Yo.
Ult is ready.
है
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅。
केसन केसन
Slow
जित्छ
हो
जित्छ
गया man. Oh no.
Unstable network.
影をかける。
Kimon Moya.
Launch attack.
Mob.
恨み
No, this is very
決して。
Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret is under attack.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅。
Massive damage. Well played.
影を
Actually,
かける。
यार actually यार. इसमें थोड़ा
Ally has been slain.
復讐の影だ。
Lenin.
竜の怒り
Turret
だ。
is under attack. Ally has been slain.
わめけ、絶望しろ。
Slain. Slain the turtle. Enemy rampage. Our turret is under attack.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅。
Initiate retreat.
Oh, he back.
真の苦痛を教えてやろう。
Initiate retreat.
死にゆく戦士たちの先、怒りの
That
矛。
was more.
Our turret is under attack.
恨み。
अल्टी हानेर मारिदिन्छ यार मलाई त
यो offline नै जानु पर्ने लो यार.
Our turret is under attack.
ओ भएन भन्छ
Our turret
भएन
has been
यार
destroyed. Our turret
Chocolate
has
honey.
been destroyed.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅。
Launch attack.
私は竜を倒した英雄と呼ばれていたが、
Sorry.
今は復讐を求める孤独な存
Under
在だ。
attack.
貫け。
Macam lama itu lawan.
Kaya kau ni.
Gila model itu.
Totally mana mana. Orang tu mesti.
Initiate retreat.
Oh, त्यही गर्ने
Has been destroyed. Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅復讐の影だ貫け
पता जोड़ा है वो मोड़ा ओके
影をかけるこの恨み
आला न
ए छोडिदिनु क्या झ्याउला
सल्लाह आन्दे
अन्ना गयो आला मोरे कल आन्दिन
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
憎しみも竜の魂も不滅 影をかける
이게 막 지금 거기 안
Enemy double kill.
怒りの矛
Our base is under attack.
बेकार खेलेको यार
Team Liquid. Oheb himself mentioned in the opening bumper of our show that we already know who's going to be winning MSC 2025. He didn't say it was going to be them, but you know, it was his face. You already know. They're one of the favorites to win this tournament. Team Liquid are going to be going into this with a star-studded lineup. A lineup that majority of them has won world championships, multiple MPL championships. By the way, that's the GOAT Carl Teasy. Resurgence in the Sansan duo, a new duo born, Baby Cakes, Oheb and Carl Teasy, who, by the way, Oheb is also a world champion in his own right.
Yeah, so a whole lot of world champions here for TL. Rig,
Yep.
what do you think about them?
I think I'm most excited to see these guys. The Sansan duo, because I feel like it was in this exact same meta wherein their connection was established or was introduced, because it was all those aggressive XP laners coupled with burst mages which allowed them to really perform the way they did back then, and we're not too far from that kind of meta now.
Let's go guys, let's
I
go.
feel like this is another way for us to see if it is indeed
Vanjaसँग मस्को सिक्छु म है,
TLPH's meta,
Vanja.
because that's what a lot of people believe.
Vanza मलाई
right
मस्को
now.
सिक्छु है
And it's not just a jungle meta wherein you're required to both be able to equally play assassin and tank fighter. It's
Oh,
more
mom,
of just
go
like
Moscow
for Carl
Poncho,
Teasy,
Timle
hey,
मेरो Moscow
I can
din
still
hotin.
focus on just running assassins, but if I can, you know, my Akai and Fredrins are still very dependable in this current meta. It's more of like a
यस्तो हो मैले अब तिम्रो यस्तो हो नि त
second option, tanky fighter
Game खेलेको
jungler.
र
So
नखेलेको पनि
that's why
भर
Team
पर्छ नि त
Liquid
मैले
right now,
अब
there's a
मस्को
lot of
खेले हैन
people discussing that this meta is built for
मस्को
them. On the
नखेलेकै
other side,
तिम्रो
Onyx
1
has
वर्ष
seen a
2 वर्ष
resurgence
भइसक्यो
in Indonesia. Finally, the kings of Indonesia again. Lutpi has
Chill,
definitely
chill,
stepped
chill.
up alongside, well, Kyrie
Fucking
has always
Zagdin.
been there. But Severo in the gold lane
Practice
has been a
mix man perfect
fantastic revelation
कस्तो
for the
नसक्ला
squad.
न
He's been a great addition to the squad. Again,
फेरि
Severo has
मेरो
added multiple
market
layers of
down होला नि
aggression to
मामा
the squad. That was, again, kind of lacking with the CW lineup. Like,
Then,
CW has always been the consistent guy that gets the job done, but they lacked that ferocity in the previous season, especially considering the gold lane now is much more, especially in the late game, in a hyper carry spot. Keyboard is
यो
back to
आज
his
पनि
pride.
यो
It does seem like
कीबोर्ड
for
हग्यो
Onyx,
भन्छ
just
है
like they said in
यसको
the
नाम
hero
कीबल
shot
राख्नुपर्छ
video,
केटा हो यार यस्तो
we're something
युट्युबमा
Sunset.
गएर
Come
कीबल
back,
भन्छ
they hear
अब
it's
त्यसको
comeback
है
time. It's comeback time. I don't know how to do Sansa's voice, but that's how
कीबल
they're
राख्नुपर्छ है
feeling.
भन्छ
They feel
कीबल
like this is their best form ever.
I have to agree with that. Severo does feel like he's been that guy to take a bit more risks in terms of the team fights, even for the previous times wherein we saw them play. And I know there has been
अनि
a
मामा
conversation of him
हगेको
being
भने
the X
हगे
factor, but I kind of have my eyes on Sans right now as well, because like even for previous matchups,
आज तर
even for
लास्ट
other
रमाइलो
teams,
गेम छ
I
यार
feel
यो
like a lot of our focal points have been on mid
तिम्रो
or EXP, as you've mentioned.
This is a clash
जित्यो
of
जित्यो
champions. Here's a bit of a fun fact for you.
सम्पन्न
Since
जित्यो
MPL Philippines and Indonesia Season 13, only 2 organizations have won the championship. These two, Team Liquid and Onyx. So Team Liquid won it in Season 13, Season 15, and MPL ID Season 14, and the inverse of the other. And it features the matchup between what is arguably considered two of the faces of the game. The GOAT Carl TZ and the Sky King Kyrie.
Dude, that's crazy. What a stat, right? Onyx and TL, even when it's not the PHTL and the ID Onyx, it's the PH Onyx and the ID TL. It's a fated matchup, we know. And the two times that they have met in a tournament, the winner of this matchup ends up being the champions. In the M4 World Championships, it was still Echo. They were still, under Echo. They beat Onyx. They ultimately ended up lifting the M4 World Championship. MSC 2023, Onyx beat Echo as well and ultimately won the MSC 2023 championships.
So this could be a determining factor for who could be the champions of the tournament. But again, they could still meet in the knockouts.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to miss on anything MSC related, again, please look for that MSC 2025 pass available. 20% off all throughout this event. It's only available for a limited time until August 7th. So if you want your hands on that Nathan skin, it's a fantastic looking skin, by the way. Very worth it. Although it's very difficult to play Nathan right now, but if you can make it work, I mean, it works out. It's really good. But there are also really great goodies to get. You can get your avatar border, which features MSC 2025, and those are limited, and those usually only come back when the next MSC is back. So go ahead and purchase that pass. Now, I think it's trying to imagine what this matchup could be. I'm just imagining like a setup battle against JP and Kiboy. Bro, Sans versus Sanji with the mechanical. Ooh, it's like across each position, you could imagine just a crazy battle between the opposing forces.
Yeah, honestly,
it's crazy.
That's true. Because even when you mentioned that Carl, if ever he doesn't want to go utility now, he still can go for his purpose and the high. That's true. But the way he's played the first series, at least, it does really feel like it's Assassin Carl TZ back again, because I feel like there has been some sort of hesitation, especially in previous MPL seasons, when it comes to him using his assassins. But now that doesn't seem to be the case at all.
All right. I think it's time now to look a little bit closer into what this potential story could be between Team Liquid Philippines and Onyx Indonesia.
A wipeout from Team Liquid.
I'm confident and excited because we've been practicing very hard lately, and I think it's gonna be a heated match because we are
Moscow kun emblem जानुपर्छ
PD sih yang pasti happy sih PD banget ya sampai Trinity common emblem oke soalnya lawannya kan juara MLBB yang ngalahin Onyx
Mystic मेरो है
ya kita pasti bakal ngasih yang terbaik buat
common emblem
final.
Raw damage max and kill never assassin.
Looking for detective.
Attack on
out the lane. Onyx playstyle is very
Trinity back order now the mix up and max and emblem just to get one on
very good in macro.
Mix max on
our playstyle in Philippines is very like objective style.
Trinity back common emblem like with quantum
like skirmish style, they always take fights even if it's early game. So yeah, I think it's gonna be an exciting match.
Mereka agresif mainnya banget lah. Jadi ya kita nggak bisa bikin mistake yang kayak lawan kemarin yang early game yang bikin mereka snowball. Soalnya mereka kalau udah sampai ya pressure
My message to Onyx Indonesia is let's have fun and let's give the people a good fight.
Kasih yang terbaik aja buat semifinal dan buat Tuhan ya, kasih 100% kekuatan lu karena lu pede banget buat ngalahin.
My message to Super is train hard because I'm training even more harder.
Weakness finder अनि max and emblem के बोकेर आउनु
घर बनाउँछु भने जग्गै मिलेन हैन अनि घर कहाँ
बनाउँछु. The defending champions of the Philippines, Team Liquid, goes up against the defending champions of Indonesia, Onyx. And as we head into the draft, similar to the very first series, I feel like we can look at the mid lane as a focal point between the two finals MVPs, Sanji and Sans, the chef. And what picks they'll end up with could determine how these two teams will be playing from the early game, because it was Onyx who acknowledged especially they are really good in the early game.
Yeah,
and we have to watch out for that.
Especially Turtle 1, right? Turtle 1 is TLPH way to, it's like a gateway to get that snowball going. And just like in an interview, just like what Mr. Severus said, they can't afford to be giving that over. Such a big lead in the early game, just like they did against CFU, that caused them to lose out 23-2, was it? In game 1 against CFU. So yeah, TLPH better when it comes to punishing those little mistakes. Wow, 1-1 taken out here on blue side.
I think that's like a respect for the mechanics of Onyx, of how they fight. Team Liquid talk about how good they are with the skirmishes and team fighting, and up against a team that's great with team fighting. You do not want to give the 1-1. Liquid go ahead and pick up the Yi Sun Shin Rush. Sort of a way to tell. Yeah, it's like a throwback to one of the best picks, where Carl TZ won his first ever world championship in MLBB.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, the Yi Sun Shin has always been banned out, but there are a lot of rules actually.
Hello, Mama.
To the far side, I was just about to say it. And now it's Sans who gets his hands on that. But the Zetian, I wonder if they'll ever actually consider that, because knowing Sanji, I feel like his playstyle differs a bit. And when you look at how it can be aggressive. But it looks overall defensive.
I think it's more of a juice-in pick right now for Sanji, right?
So that's why it's Onyx, they will always go Farsa when it's left open, right? And that's why they've already banned out the Juicin and the Kimi. They were forcing TLPH to make the trade. Whether we go Farsa, we pick up the Eastern. Oh wow, this is a tanky lineup with the. It's weirdly enough not flexible in any way. Usually you see the Baksha and you're like, all right, 3 lanes, but they pick up the Fovia so early as well here, and with the Eastern Chin too, that it makes everyone know where they're going.
Both teams have gone different routes of putting priority at the center of the map and in the EXP lane, with Team Liquid picking up a roam Baksha, while it's Keyboy who's going to be ending up with a Roam Cho, one of his signature picks. And Sanford has been a beast on the Fovius all throughout MPL Philippines Season 15, which is why it makes sense that it's going to be going up against the CC of Onyx. Again, I love how just from the you see how well they know each other, and they're even respecting the possibility that Sanji might go Canada.
3 mid lane bans. I think this will continue with 4. Actually, I don't know. Did we ban the Valen?
I mean, we did say the mid laners are going to be the focal point, but I didn't expect it to be this much of a focal point.
Well, at this point, they're quick with it. Yeah, they're very quick. They know each other so, and instantly a Harith ban.
Yeah, the grass has been so fast.
Yeah, is it too much to ask? Hey, Sanji, just whip out a Gushin already.
Also, Assassin's ban on the left, Mage's ban on the right.
Oh, what are they making Kairi use? I mean, they have already the Chofarsa, great combo in the.
I know Omawa must be singing, jumping, so happy here. He's been preaching about the Amon ever since the patch drop. He's like, guys, come on, give my boy a chance. And I'm like, Omawa, no, stop. That's in your rankings, man.
He was in the unused heroes chart we had earlier.
That's one less of the unused heroes. There you go. The Amon makes his debut. And up against this count, technically you don't have dashes, so you're not really going to be fully beaten down by the Fovius, but this tanky lineup is scary for the Amon. Like, you're good against squishies, against these Chin, sure. Plus Selena now, even harder to get these targets, and a Granger to seal things in the draft. TLPH, this is a great composition, just playing pure front to back with the 2 carries.
And they have a chance for potential outplays and surprising initiations through the Selena. Onyx, what's their last pick going to be for the gold lane?
Classic Severo.
Yeah, and it's a Severo comfort pick too as well. He's tried in previous international tournaments with that hero. One of the fastest drafts we've seen all MSC long. Just goes to show how well they know each other. Again, it's Team Liquid and it's Onyx. Best of 3. Winner goes to knockouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Welcome to the match of the day. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, let's be honest. Even day 2, I was getting questions everywhere saying, Mirko, are you going to cast a TLPH? I'm like, yes, it's tomorrow though. But we are here finally. Go and cast your votes in the comment section down below in the live chat. Is it TLPH or Onyx ID that will make it to the knockout stage first?
They had an entire day to prepare for this match, Mirko. I'm pretty sure they've also prepared way back. And that draft was a testament to just how familiar they indeed are with each other. I'd say the most unfamiliar we are with in this game would be how the Amon would play out, because it's the first time we'll be seeing it in a while. But if it's just really pure burst damage and finding targets, then I think it is going to be a pretty reliable jungle pick.
Early game, wow. Almost taking Oheb down, almost first blood, and Oheb still sticks to the flicker, doesn't want to utilize it to take as well here. And it does seem like for TL, they'll be happy with this.
The emblems come in as well for both of these teams. Another pull yourself together, this time in the hands of Sans. The mid laners have been picking it up pretty often so far today. So that's going to be a lot more flickers for Sans, and I feel like that it suits his playstyle so well. Like, this is the type of Farsa who just literally uses the flicker aggressively whenever he wants to. But JP getting put low and now half HP, so still a very not so quiet game after all.
And it's Sanji who picks it up against Sans. Okay. That's a rivalry between these two already. It does seem. Sanji!
Sanji has landed 2 consecutive important abyssal arrows.
And that's why, for me, I'm not a fan of the Amon. Low mobility up against something like a Selena. Like this, of course, it shouldn't really. Well, when he's in Wings by Wings, I guess. But yeah, very vulnerable to Abyssal Arrows for Team Liquid. And you know how good Sanji is. Sanford zoning Keyboy away. This should be a free one. Might be actually a kill too. No, Keyboy respects it. Oh, Wings by Wings from Sans. So that's why he went pull yourself together. Sans knows just how deadly Sanji can be, and they've literally won out the early game through Mr. Sanji.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be torn between the Purify or the Flicker, but you just have to pick one.
Wait, did Carry not get it? Or okay, he did. It's just the invisibility. Oh my lord.
It was just the invisible armor all this time. But yeah, so far, even with the amount of wave clear Onyx Indo has through the Farsa intro, it's interesting to see Team Liquid actually gain control of it. I mean, those were pickoffs after pickoffs too, and now we're seeing the rotations come in, even though we expect fast rotations as well from them. You're always on your toes knowing that Team Liquid has the early game, and I feel like even Savero pointed this out before we headed into this match. You cannot give them the lead because they're a team who just doesn't let go of that lead.
But it's not like they were giving the lead. It's Sanji forcing the lead out of Onyx. And you know, sometimes you just can't help it. When an Abyssal Arrow lands twice on 2 prio targets, you just gotta take it and try to come back in Turtle 2. And that's what Onyx are doing right now. That's why they're playing super safe, extra safe, after seeing how accurate Sanji can be on the Selena in the early game. So let's talk about these individual lanes, because it's interesting to see that the Savero hasn't actually been winning out this lane entirely. You'd expect the Irithyll to be the counter here. Both teams have been rotating into the bottom lane. Doesn't have Purify, so could be an angle to gank. JP is just too clean with those rotations, always covering these angles of attack away so that Onyx can't get Oheb.
I mean, it was great that he was able to recover, because earlier on, I think in the first minute of the game, there was an early rotation from Sans, and we saw Oheb being poked down very low. So it's great that he's able to at least come back in this game, manage his lane a bit better, but he fully respects that this matchup might not indeed be that favorable for him. Onyx ID have their eyes set on Sanford. They might try to burst him down. There goes the third airstrike. Will he get away with this? The other members of TLPH actually make it!
Sanford survives. Sans able to flicker out of the Abyssal Arrow earlier. Kai joins in. Abyssal Arrow landing. Keyboy providing the cover as Sanji again is the man you need to watch. Sanford survived that, and it's TLPH with a win again. You can see the lead getting too crazy now for TLPH. Carl Teasy was already 2 levels ahead. Now he's gonna have a smoother road in his own jungle, just clearing things up as Oheb picks up the gold crab and will push this lead even further. JP down below, Sanji too.
Yeah, you kind of see where this might just be going, because the Yisun Shin is having a pretty decent time early on. Will Keyboy actually find a target, though? He lands the way of the dragon onto Sanji, but Sanji, he just won't go down. The endless shards won't even be enough to take him out. Savero tries to deal with the other members with a heavy crossbow, but there's a clear lack of damage still from Onyx ID.
Yeah, Kai popped in the ultimate, was not able to get Sanji. That's a squishy member, so this is a problem for Onyx. They're just lacking damage in the early game. All of the kicks have not resulted in kills, and it is really bad for Onyx. They kind of need a snowball going for this jungle. Severo's doing damage at least. They were almost able to get a few kills, but almost is never enough. TLPH have been the absolutes in game number 1 so far, and that's a concern for Onyx. Kind of like a victory dance for Team Liquid. Skypiercer done quite early in the game for Mr. Oheb.
Yep. I mean, Keyboy, he's had some very decisive way of the dragons. He spots out the likes of Sanji. He gets to use them and land them on these heroes. But again, I think it's not just the endless shards, right? Even the Federate Airstrike can't provide enough damage just yet towards the members of Team Liquid, so they'll have to play things a little more careful, even trying to go after Lutfi, forced to retreat under the turret. This is a massive problem if even the EXP laner is struggling this much with just the presence of Kuratizi and Sanford.
Carl is building up to be a monster right now, scaling very well into the game as Onyx continue to do that too. They still are scaling up. It's just right now they gotta scale faster. TL are doing it at such a rapid pace that Onyx might actually get outscaled. Keyboy jumps in with Jikundo and the dragon cancelled.
The Dark Wave actually cancels it. Endless Charge this time gets to take Sanji down, but JP finds the kill onto Keyboy and is blocking the path of Severo as well. Oheb also makes it to the fight. Karatizi looking for some targets, but they find Severo!
What a Dark Wave of the flicker. Severo kiting away. Oheb with the shot. Severo taken down. Lupi now pops in Vengeance. Oheb caught in the bad spot. Dark Wave landing onto Sans. Sanford gets him down. Now it's a shield unity.
How did they put themselves in this spot? Now Kyrie is finding the way to clap back. Infernal Pursuits coming in for Sanford, but that won't help him get out alive. It's such ripple for Lupi this time.
That's the fight that Onyx ID have been hoping for since Turtle 1, and it finally opens up in Turtle 3. Keyboy doing a good job at zoning. Carl still able to secure the purple as Kai gets the turtle. Gold lead now down for TL to 1,000. Let's take a look at that fight against Sanford. What an amazing Dark Wave to land on Severo with the flicker there. Even Severo wasn't aware of that, but it did put the rest of TL into chasing mode, and that's what you don't really want up against this composition. Kai got an easy flank, was able to clean up, and it's a CCO.
And I feel like that was too aggressive from Oheb as well. He had to commit the flicker to chase after an Urthel. And you know that Urthel are the more favorable matchup when it comes to the Granger, because you'll have to have a bit more precision in terms of landing those Rhapsodies. And then again, they found themselves in the middle of 2 turrets of Onyx ID, so things weren't looking too good for that fight. And fortunately for Onyx, they find a way to somehow catch up. There still is a significant lead, especially in terms of the gold laners, but Kyrie, after that moment, at least he's able to close the gap to a 300, 400 gold lead.
The missile arrow lands, mounts Shocker over the match, it's taken down by JP! Keyboy looking for a trade.
Oh, will they still go for it? They cancel it with the Dark Wave, but the curtain call was already committed as well. Keyboy trying to look for a kick. He lands it onto JP, but he's a tanky member. Now Sanford gets punished, but Oheb, he just keeps throwing out those Rhapsodies.
The abyssal arrows are landing so easily for Sanji. He's threading the needle all across. Severo, no heavy crossbow utilized here for Severo. He'll just take that. Well, he'll let Sanji take that turret. And yeah, Onyx are on the back foot again. Team Liquid. Dude, that was such a crazy engage from Carl too. That mountain chakra on Sans. So explosive. And maybe this is why we don't see the Farsa as much anymore. Maybe Farsa is just a bit too vulnerable.
A lot, or if not almost all the members of Team Liquid can just try to close in on the Farsa, and it wouldn't be that much of a problem anymore because you force out either the flicker or the wings by wing. So he somehow gets to escape, but Sanford, denying the conceal immediately. Abyssal arrow nearly lands, but JP, he might just get bursted down this time. Lutfi trying to take him down, but there's the Federate Airstrike to finish him off.
1-4-0, but the missile arrow lands in the back. Sanford with the flicker forward. Sanji doing the same. The Sansan duo working. Dark Wave from Sanford.
That was literally a flicker to take down Sans, and now they find the kill on Kyrie as well. Not even Savero with the heavy crossbow can do much. This is clearly an opportunity for Team Liquid to take the objective if they want to.
It's a small win left, small win right, and a massive win with an explosive abyssal arrow. Again, Sanji is just too darn good on the Selena. Ladies and gentlemen, there were 3 mage bans earlier in this game in the drafting phase. And now with the Selena, he's putting his mark down. Sanford, let's take a look at this again.
I wonder how they coordinated that dive. Because like Sanford went in with the flicker, and so did Sanji with the flicker.
And then the dark wave.
And then the dark wave and everything else followed. Carl TZ nearly died there too because he had to take the endless shards. But we just go back to the entire idea that they're still trying to chase Team Liquid in terms of items, in terms of damage. So yeah, the idea behind the Amon was there, but we're yet to see it.
TL will continue to push now. Enhanced Lord of the mid lane. Pushing down JP, walking a bit too aggressively there. They're just trying to set up for the abyssal arrows, really. Lutpi's doing a good job though. Curtain call!
Oh, he gets to use it on Sanford and JP, so they might have to retreat for a bit. There's the conceal too, however. So Onyx at least able to deal with the Lord, but that doesn't eliminate the threat of the abyssal arrows coming in from different angles, and Team Liquid still having the superior amount of damage. Just look at Oheb and look at Carl TZ.
7,000 gold lead now for Team Liquid, but Sanji just keeps on landing these big shots, and it stops Onyx ID from even going for picks. Usually with the Cho, you should be able to just walk up even when you're behind. But Sanji's just landing it so easily. And again, it spots Keyboy out so many times. In-game equipment check here. See Halbert pick up. He wants to just go through the front line before getting through the back. So no BOD. It'll actually be... Is that an Athena shield build-up for Oheb?
Okay, ID might actually try though. There goes the curtain call and the feathered airstrike trying to bring down JP and Sanford's HP. But Team Liquid, they know that Onyx ID actually want that, so they'll be trying to disengage for now, waiting potentially for the next objective. This is just such clean execution from Team Liquid overall, even during times wherein we feel like it is a bit too aggressive. It's not like they completely lose out on the fights anyway, so this is going to be a struggle for Onyx ID to find how they can set the tempo. We did see how Boye did try to do that though with the Cho that was playing from behind, but it's a different lineup right now for Onyx ID.
And it is an Athena shield, right? So good against the Amon and the Farsight. That's literally the only 2 builds that can get to Oheb right now. He's so safe in the back. That's what we said in the draft here for Team Liquid. They're just playing a proper front to back. It is a very honest front to back, but it works, especially when your backline's so good in the early game. 007, Carl TZ, Oheb 4-1-4, Sanji continuously landing shots, and Sanford and JP peeling for the team.
Twilight Armor picked up by Keyboy as well. Lutpi, I feel like whoever he decides to use the curtain call on will be such an important decision, and he might decide to use it now, but maybe not, because Team Liquid decides to engage in the fight. They go for Lutpi and try to burst him down with the flicker. From Keyboy, is that going to be enough? Endless Strikes already committed. They don't get any kills until now.
Sanford down. It's going to be traded for Keyboy now as Oheb walks up, picks up the killing spree, another stack on the Sky Piercer. Onyx forced back. That was a pretty good fight, I would say, for Onyx. He only lost to Rome for the XP, and it was because of Kai. He saw 3 of the carries behind as he walked up, tried to go for the endless charge. I think it was a mishap. He wanted to go on Carl TZ, but he did land on Oheb in the end. The Athena shield stopped that from happening, stopped the kill from happening. Now Abyssal Arrow lands on Lutpi. A few shots over.
Oh, could they stop this from happening though? Oheb! Even with the Athena's shield, gets blasted with the endless shards. Sands will still survive, and Savero this time making things happen. But Carl TZ finds the kill out to him as well.
Such a back and forth. This is a battle that we've been waiting for. Now we know why we've been waiting for. Why this matchup has been so anticipated. Team Liquid, for the majority of this game, are holding on to the lead, but it never felt like too big of a lead for Onyx to just stay in their base. They were constantly walking out, farming as well, finding their power spikes, and now It's Onyx on the Lord. They're the ones, the Sky Kings, marching in. JP with a shield unity, Sanford with the Dark Wave.
Oh, but Keyboy nearly fights Sanford though, but he gets to keep himself safe, but that will not keep them alive. There's a difference. Carl TZ trying his best to find the targets to deal damage, but will he be able to though? Both Sanford and JP have been taken down.
Mlbb still deathless. Team Liquid lose their front lines, but keep their carries, and that's why Onyx still have to respect. There's no push in. Savero versus Carl. It's just a few shots with a crit passive. Signs in the bush.
Okay. This is very intense back and forth between Team Liquid and Onyx ID. It's still Onyx ID clearly in control of the Lord Pit, however, but how does Team Liquid approach this without their frontliners in this match? They will have to forfeit this objective. Onyx ID, even after being behind for quite some time, are the first to actually get the Lord here.
And now it's Onyx with the lead. The gold lead at the start of the game, all towards mid is gone. Great item with the Athena shield, but I guess that's why they still went him on despite knowing there are a few items that can counter it. It just goes through, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten to a point where he's just penetrating through the magic defense. And this is why Divine Glaive and the Genius Wand is shielding into the back line. A full time on Sans.
Oh, they successfully eliminate Sans, and Carl TZ goes and finds Kyrie!
The Lord in the hands of Onyx, but TL don't care! They go and penetrate through this composition of Onyx against all odds, and they dive in. Lord up top, but 4 members still in the mid lane. Sanford decided to recall. Now as Keyboy looks to push in. I want to see the wave in the bottom lane now. Savero dodging with the missile arrow.
Yeah, he has the heavy crossbow. They gotta be mindful of that. They can still potentially find a way to deal with the incoming waves, but they're still gonna attempt nonetheless. But Savero and Keyboy, they do successfully defend. Might pop the immortality, and there you go. But JP, he nearly got his pop too. This is
MLBB right here.
This is MLBB.
High level MLBB.
This is MLBB.
Two teams we've been waiting for. I gotta say, my expectations have already been exceeded just a bit. Let's see if they can continue to do so. Damage top ranking now, Mlbb 63,000, and then a whole lot of TLPH members. So Savero, Kyrie, and Sans, they gotta start stepping up in this game because right now it's just getting really tough to get through this front line.
Yep. We did see, however, the potential angles from which Onyx ID can work on to find at least an advantage in the fight, because again, if the curtain call is landed onto either JP and Sanford or both of them better, then you just keep them from protecting their teammates or setting things up for Team Liquid themselves, then that just gives easy access to Kyrie, which I feel we saw earlier on to look for his targets. There has been some targeting issues in that instance, but if it were otherwise, then things could potentially be better for Onyx ID this time, especially as they only lack a single item for Kyrie to complete his build, and Savero on the other hand has completed his, even has the Wind of Nature. So I like how the gold laners really acknowledge that they have to keep themselves in the fight, much to a point where we also see an Athena's shield, but proccing the passive is gonna be critical for OHEP.
Holy Crystal done for Kai, Divine Glaive for Sans as well. So we were talking about them having to get more damage to actually go through the front line. There you go. Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive, they have more penetration, they have more brute force damage on Kai with the Holy Crystal. Good Shenpo from Keyboard, might be going for the pick now, goes for the Jikundo, doesn't actually end up going for the way to Dragon. Good Abyssal Arrow, stops Keyboard in his tracks.
Yep.
The wave up top is favorable for TL. That's slow push.
And Mlbb at least still has his curtain call, and they didn't want to go for JP. They knew that there were other more important targets to go after. They blocked Keyboy, they deny him of his attempt, and somehow Sanji finds Savero, might be punished too, but Kyrie
He's next. From Sanford, but Keyboy and Lippy.
They baited him out. Now JP caught in the tough spot. Lippy walks back up. Keyboy and Kundo will be able to get it down. Now let's jump through as well. Immortality down for JP. Lippy zoning them in the back line. It will be JP falling as Lippy continues with the chase. Doesn't have the current call just yet. Pops into vengeance. Chases down the goat. Carl buys Immortality and gets away. Keyboy!
They're totally going with the dragon and the feathered airstrike. Still has the traces, however, but Kyrie gets the last hit.
Wave up top, crashing. Onyx needs to deal with it. That's going to be a whole base turret taken down. Can they go for it in time? No. It'll be a base turret take for Team Liquid, but Onyx win the fight. Oh, what a back and forth from the two champions.
This 20-minute game. I feel like it hasn't been that long even because of just how the back and forth has been going. It doesn't feel like 20 minutes, but that was such a play from Sanji, yes. But I feel like Team Liquid could have been a little more careful because they already had the Lord. But there was still a flicker from Sanford to try and engage for Onyx ID. So that might have cost them this situation that they're currently in. And now in the live cam, they're still trying. Okay.
Yeah.
This is insane, MLBB.
It really is. I don't know if you guys caught that in live cam view, but JP popped into conceal and had a battle of invisibility. Like JP was trying to catch Kai. Kai was invisible. They were just sidestepping each other, dancing around. Takes two to tango. Both of them knew the assignment. Gold lead gone. I mean, gold lead really hasn't been relevant at all in the last few fights. So now the big advantage for TL is the fact that they have a slow push into Onyx space for free up top. Bad news is, it's not the far lane, so Onyx can still deal with it constantly.
What is Sanji trying to build here? Could it be a winter crown for his Selena? So he could put himself in a little more, I don't know, dangerous positions. Oheb picks up the War Axe too, adds it to his build on the Granger. This is the point where we'll probably see a lot more item swaps here and there. I mean, even that clutch immortality from Carl Teasy was definitely something. But this is going to be the 20-minute mark Lord that they are going to fight for.
22 minutes
has sold his boots for a War Axe, so additional sustain to deal with Onyx ID's burst. Severo, he's also sold his boots, he's bought the Wind Talker earlier, so additional movement speed from the Wind Talker. Damage, there you go. From Carl Sanford jumping in on some Sans. Sans flicker, Joe's moving a crowd as well.
He gets to intercept the Wings by Wings, but now it seems like Team Liquid, they're feeling the damage of Onyx ID, but no, wait, it's actually Kyrie who's first to fall. That's a lot of damage coming in from Severo. He takes down JP, but he survives. How on earth did they find Kyrie in the midst of everyone else?
How on earth have we only lost 2 members? One from each, Kai dying, yes, Sanford dying too. The battle of Winter Crowns, Abyssal Arrow landing. If he was ready for that, that could have been different there. But yeah, Sanford jumped in with the Infernal Pursuit and then popped in with Winter Crown. Same goes for Lippy early with the curtain call. Boy walks up again, puts down the curtain call, will be able to go for the chunk. Abyssal Arrow, that's a shot pull into it.
Yeah, they already used the mountain jumper as well, but Cairo Teasy still gets the last hit. Severo. He seems like he has enough damage to deal with the remaining members of Team Liquid! But back to shield unity!
JP gets away with 1 HP. You can see that smile! A smile from the man who's at fault.
Team Liquid have found a way to win that fight, to secure that objective for themselves. The moment they were able to take out Kyrie, that was already a massive win for them heading into the fight. So now Onyx ID will have to rely on their defense. At least for Severo though. He does really have a lot of damage to bring out, but he cannot let the Abyssal Arrows land. He cannot let any other member of Team Liquid interrupt his attempt to defend for his team.
My God.
The problem right now is Abyssal Arrow landing, Sanford jumping in!
Oh, they actually tried to burst down Keyboy Pops his immortality, but JP might get punished here. They still don't get to take down the turret, and Onyx ID have clearly capitalized on that. Lupi is trying to make things happen. Cartesi receives the endless shards, and Kyrie finds the kill!
Another turn, Onyx defend! flashbacks to 2023 MSC when Liquid got all of the lords constantly, but Onyx just defended over and over again. Liquid have gotten 3 base turrets, so yes, they lose 3 members, but it's still worth it for them. Those 3 members will spawn, the base turrets will not. I don't know about this. Was this necessary? Did they really need to do that? And if they wanted to, I think they should have just done it around the Lord. Oh! Keyboard with a kick over to Sanji. No one there to follow it up in the live cam view. Wait, they want to go for 3? Members still down.
They have 2 minions alongside them. They're trying to zone out the other members and they will just go for the base!
Onyx! The Sky Kings take the game from out of nowhere. They pull it down. What the heck?
Okay.
Exhale, but I'm not gonna take it easy and breathe because a performance by these 2 teams. Clearly, though, a little bit more over-eager in multiple scenarios all throughout, while Onyx ID were forced to play a little bit more counter and responsive, which they were able to excel at. Bring it up. How many times has this happened in MPL Philippines Season 15, where Team Liquid looking to end, looking to push with the Lord, dives under turrets and lose way too many. What a read by Onyx.
A lot. It happened a lot of times. And that moment you were talking about, I believe, before that one was done by Onyx ID, yes, it was questionable from Team Liquid because the turret was still standing as well, so they had to receive a couple of turret shots. There was a clear way for Onyx to get back at Team Liquid. And so I don't know. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, I really want to commend Ludwig here on this CC because the critical is perfect against teams like these that are way too over-eager. You just realize, oh wait, no, it's fine, we're slowed a little bit, yeah, we're kind of tethered, but that sets you up to getting bursted and damaged down by your opponents.
Yeah, I just want to I want to watch this replay again and let the game sink in, dude. That was such a good game of MLBB, one that it's been a while for me at least to watch this kind of MLBB that I'm like really proud of. I didn't feel like I casted a 24-minute game at all. This is beautiful, beautifully done by Onyx again, like you said, Redmar. The counter engages, the setups, I think the zoning individually as well by Kyrie. It's a very underrated part of this game where, yes, you have Liquid zoning in the back, but it's also Kai. You never know where he's coming from just because of the invisibility. And multiple times you get to see the micro plays constantly from both these teams going at it head to head. My favorite was actually during the live cam view while we were in the replay because JP was concealed. Kyrie was concealed. Both of them were just like dodging from the shield unity. JP trying to get it.
Yeah, they were just trying to fight each other. Weren't able to fight each other, however. But I think what I also really appreciate about Onyx here is that every time that feathered airstrike by Sans comes up, you sort of see this instinctual, all right, let's protect our captain, guys. They just...
खै त मेरो त राख्ने नै आएको छ नि यहाँनिर यार
तेरेका सानफोर्डले हगेर 278 रे हो सानफोर्ड त के गरे
यो मलाई मुन्टुनले नदिनु भयो जस्तो के आएको यो छैन
दुईटै फिलिपिनो टिमहरु हार्छ क्या हो
के हो अहिले समय रिभ्यूमा छ मेरो यो यार पोस्ट के हो यो
तेरीका मामा यार
Right.
मजै आउने हो मलाई
And it is just being able
यस्तो खतरा वाउ गेम प्ले जस्तो हानेन है मामा यो यिनीहरूले यस्तो वाउ भन्ने टाइपकै खेलेन क्या दुई हग्या गरेको किबोर्डमाथि चढ्थ्यो किबोर्डमाथि इमोर्टालिटी थियो त्यसरी नचढ्नु पर्ने
कति मिनेटको ब्रेक भयो त रहेछ
Yeah. In a shield? That's could have used that mobility to keep themselves safe or to regroup after securing something that could have been already beneficial for them, like the Lord, like the objectives. So it's just a little bit of polishing, I guess, and not getting, as you said, too overhyped once you're already.
मस्कोपमा के राख्ने रे भन्दा भन त म बिल्ड बनाउँछु
कमन एम्ब्लेम हैन
कमनमा के
कमन एम्ब्लेम अनि फर्स्टको त्यो अट्याक स्पिड वाला
थ्रिल कि स्विफ्ट स्विफ्ट राख्ने अनि
सेकेन्डमा कसैले मास्टर असासिन राख्छ मैले चाहिँ उ राख्छु धेरै त्यो
वेपन मास्टर
त्यो आइटम सस्तो बनाउने वाला कुन अरे
आइटम सस्तो कुन छ
नीलो कलरको के
नीलो कलरको
नीलो कलरको आइटम सस्तो बनाउँछ नि त्यसले हेर्नु त्यहाँ सेकेन्डमा थिच्नु अनि सेकेन्डमा हेर्नु त्यहाँ नीलो नीलो कलरको छ
मास्टर असासिन
हैन मास्टर असासिन पर्पल भएन अर्को छ नि हेर्नु न
नीलोमा कुन छ त बार्गेन हन्टर
बार्गेन हन्टर लिनु
अनि लास्टमा
क्वान्टम चार्ज
बिल्डमा के जाने
अनि
बुटमा कुन बनाऊँ
बिल्डमा बुटमा तपाईको हेरी भन्छ तपाईको मस्कप चाहिँ कस्तो हिरो तपाईको अर के अरे लेट गेम हिरो हो क्या अर्लीमा सक्दैन कि मस्कपले प्लेयर खेल्नलाई त्यही भएर म चाहिँ अब अगाडि वारियर बुट चाहिँ बनाइरहेको हुन्छ क्या धेरै जस्तो
वारियर अनि
पोर्जन साइड
अनि अन्डर
पोर्जन साइड पछि
गोल्डन स्टाफ
डिएचएस गन अनि लास्टमा विन्ड कि त अब रोज गोल्ड कि त इमोर्टालिटी हेरी तपाईँलाई मोस्ट कति झ्यावै लाग्छ होला तपाईँ ड्यामेज के अरे अर्ली गेम मार्क्सम्यान खेल्ने मान्छे बेट्रिक्स जस्तो अनि बेट्रिक्सले अर्ली गेम कस्तो पेल्छ खेलेर खेल्न मिल्छ क्या अलिकति मस्कपले अर्ली हान्नै सक्दैन क्या तपाईँ
लेट त फेरि इन्द्र वा चन्द्र नै हान्न सक्दैन जस्तो छ नि त फेरि भङ 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 हाने खसी फेरि आउँछ
तो भन्छ नि मामा प्यासिभ नै त्यस्तै छ 5 जना छ भने 5 जना लाग्छ मामा बेसिक अट्याक प्यासिभले गर्दाखेरि 5 तन्किन्छ त त्यसको प्यासिभले गर्दाखेरि
192 लेभल भइसक्यो मेरो गेमको
त्यही हो अहिले मेटाम भएको हिरोहरू त्यो 1-1 इरिथेलको इरिथेल चाहिँ बरु आम्मा ड्यामेज के वाइल्ड छ हो अहिले इरिथेल त
त्यही भएर म ब्यान्ड हानिदिन्छु नि याद गरेछ जहिले
अनि आम्मा लेड गेम इरिथेलले त एक सर्टमै हानिदिन्छ हो मामा
बात हुन्छ
त्यहाँको अल्टी खोलेर फर्स्ट स्किल सेकेन्ड हाल्ने बेसिक हान्नुपर्छ मामा पुलित्तै पारिदिन्छ अहिले ड्यामेज नै हेर्नु पर्ने हो भने चाहिँ मलाई इरिथेल राम्रो लाग्छ अनि क्रिटिकल बेसमा अनि तपाईँको ट्याङ्क मिल्ट हान्नु पर्यो भने त क्यारी एकदम राम्रो
क्यारी मलाई लास्ट मन पर्छ
क्यारी ताममा त्यो बुट बेचेर अझ विन टकर पनि राख्नुपर्छ अब यी एट्याक स्पिड छ
म विन राख्छु नि विन टकर राख्छु नि यस्तो छिटो हान्छ
दिनमा विन टकर पनि राख्नुपर्छ है मामा 4 वटा एट्याक स्पिड मामा एकैछिनमा लड त अल्टे खोलेर हान्नुपर्छ एकैछिनमा हेर
कस्तो हुँदैन ट्याङ्कहरू त अच्छा भन्नु नपाउँछ
इक्सिया पनि राम्रो छ तर मलाई अलिकति यो जिङ्क ट्याप नभएको मार्क्सनहरू खेल्न मन लाग्दैन क्या तपाईँको
मलाई नि
ड्यामेज हेर्ने हो भने इक्सियाको ड्यामेज लभली छ नि इक्सियाको हानाबीको लेलाको कत्रो छ नि ड्यामेज मामा
लेला चाहिँ मजा लाग्छ
ड्यामेज छ सरकै लेलाको लेट गेम ड्यामेज कत्रो छ तर लेलालाई समात्न सजिलो छ क्या
रेन्ज हेर न रेन्जमा कहाँको मान्छेले भ्याइदिन्छ
म्यापमै नभएको सम्म हानिन्छ त्यो फर्स्ट स्किल कनेक्ट भयो भने त
यो मेरो स्मर्फ एकाउन्टमा उनै छैन यार मेरो रिकलहरू नै छैन
सजिलै छ हौ मामा खेल्नु त्यस्तो गाह्रो पनि छैन कि तपाईँले अर्ली चाहिँ हल्का सेफ खेल्नुपर्ने हुन्छ होइन किनभने मसँगको अर्ली म्याप चाहिँ उयो छ तपाईँको ट्रेन चाहिँ आएपछि त अब फर्कर एकैछिन मार्छ बुस्टरहरूले आजकल उयो बुस्टर छ क्लिन धेरै क्लिन कत्रो ड्यामेज छ क्लिन रिटेल
मलाई फेरि यो ब्याट्रिक चाहिँ किन खेल्यो भने 4वटा वेपन हुन्छ क्या यसको अनि मजा चाहिँ खेल्नु कुन खेल्ने
राम्रो छ नि ब्याट्रिक एकदमै राम्रो छ नि
ल्यान्ड क्लियरिङ त्यस्तै ड्यामेज त्यस्तै 5 हान्न पाउँछ तर एक झ्याउ चाहिँ अर्लीमा झ्याउ चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने ब्याट्रीको गन लोड हुनु पर्यो क्या फेरि टाइम लाग्छ कि अलिकति
मलाई चाहिँ फेरि त्यस्तो मन पर्दैन क्या मलाई चाहिँ एकचोटि ब्याटल फिल्डमा घुसेपछि चाहिँ ब्याटल एन्ड नभएसम्म हान्ने टाइपको हिरो क्या हैन
कति टाइम बाँकी छ टाइम देखायो होला
गफ गरेर खाइन र ल ड्राफ्ट भएछ भयो आउनु ड्राफ्ट भएछ ड्राफ्ट ए मैले खेलेको भन्नुमा
होइन ड्राफ्टमा हेर्दिउँ न
Focusing on their bans on Kyrie while Onyx are really looking at the bans onto Sanji.
Wow. There aren't even any other roles that are getting banned just yet. So all those
jungle versus mid.
Yeah, the Volviuses are still open. I mean, it was open earlier too. The Eastern Shin not anymore, I guess.
At this rate, we're gonna see Sanji play Eudora and Carl play Argus. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly. All Volvius gets banned out. You can go so set up for like a Lancer Joy.
Yeah.
I
think with how Liquid have been playing, Onyx might even be considering Harith a little bit down the line. Yeah. Could be one of the reasons why they also setting up with the Volvius ban. Because when you're up against a team that's clearly overheating and just diving on you whenever they can, Harith is one of those heroes that could actually shine in those scenarios if they cannot get to the Harith.
What about the Kalea 2?
1-2. They banned the 1-1. They gotta respect it. Severo. Lead 1-1 in the grand finals. Onyx. Will it be the first surprise, just like they did earlier? Or that's why they banned the Volvius. Setting up for the Arlet.
Just to give me season, I
think could be good for Liquid if they go for
Mythic
more spread out. they can take individual micro fights in the bigger picture of a team fight.
50 पुगेपछि म्याचै पाउँदैन.
Now they're going to be playing around something static. They play around
50 वटा अलि पाउँछ इमोर्टल छिरेपछि. हामी ग्लोरी हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ इमोर्टलसँग पार्दै हुन्छ. फेरि हामी इमोर्टल हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ ग्लोरीसँग पार्दैन.
Knowing that there's going to be a Fred and most likely a Fredrin and an Arnold.
तर यस्तो हुनुपर्ने क्या भन्नु.
Doesn't have to be a Fred.
तिम्रो अहिले के गरेछ अर्नर र ग्लोरी पार्दिन्छ म्याचमा हैन.
Fredrin as expected. There you go.
ग्लोरीको 80 points plus र इमोर्टल पनि पार्नु भन्ने क्या.
Going for the signature picks here. Kadita. Let's be on carries. He's a different beast when he's on carries. And it does seem like they're just putting all their marbles on Liquid, being the main man on the Arnold. CC, TL, what do they pick here? I think go gold. Did they go gold lane here? But they go gold lane, then they can try to stop some of those picks later.
Yeah, part of me is thinking maybe EXP Prio.
Yeah.
I mean, CC. Yeah, because they're still going to be red 4 anyway, so they can pick their. They still go for the Baksha for JP. Unless it surprisingly goes EXP, but not a lot of teams do that anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
I want to say that I like Liquid's heroes because of just how signature they are so far, but the Kadita into the Farsa, the Fredrin, into the Lancelot, and the Arlot into all of these just look too good, because even the Baksha could get punished by the final slash.
Exactly. It's a different dynamic. Liquid clearly have a set game plan for Sanji and JP. Be aggro, dictate the tempo, stop Kiboy and Sanji getting into the spots that they want to get into. But then you're up against so much crowd control, one of them being a petrify even, if Sans decides to go for it, or if maybe even Kiboy ends up becoming the character surprisingly. So, Liquid still same.
Like Onyx wants to pick in the gold lane. Did he just go for like a safe Granger if it's not banned out? Because they would have a crazy amount of... The Lancelot would just get to him, no?
There's so much dive in crowd control that maybe you can just pick either the Granger or anything static really. As long as Onyx talk about them making sure that someone is with Savero, they should be safe from Carl Teasy.
Could this be a Claude angle too if they really just want to dive in against the far side?
That's a possibility. Although Moscow is also still which I think Liquid might want to consider stealing away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thinking about the Moscow too, honestly, but Onyx so far have banned out the Lapu and Duranus. I was hoping to see the Lapu from TLPH in the latter portions of the draft, but now they
पाँचजनाको बीचमा गएर मारेर फर्किनु भने ठुलो हो नि यार.
So
ट्रिकमा खेल्नु पर्छ. तिम्रो सेकेन्ड स्किल मिलाउनु पर्यो, सिकर मिलाउनु पर्यो.
I think at this point they built for the draft. They can't be too concerned about like denying picks. They need to just build for what they're strong.
If they want to. If they want to map presence, they set macro. You can pick up the Moscow. If you want to focus a little bit more on making sure your team fighting is strong, good and set, you pick up the glue later on.
There you go.
So where does the Arlot actually go?
Let's go for like a Harith tool.
That's the tough thing.
कस्तो भन्नु अपोनेन्ट उहरु जस्तो हुनु
Could just be another Irithel.
के रे कस्टमा खेलेको रे लेभल ग्याप अब मेरो 9 लेभल छ भने इनिमीको 7 लेभल भयो भने लेभल ग्याप छ के रे इपिकमा खेलेर बनाएको भिडियो.
You see the players go for the high fives. It is going to be the Claude for Onyx to dive in, breaking this front to back.
म अहिले सम्म तिम्रो म ढाड्दिन भन्दा मैले अहिले सम्म इपिका खेलेर भिडियो बनाएको छु. हाइराइटमा हो मेरो भिडियो.
Not a lot of picks will change how this might turn out. Onyx have drafted incredibly well. We caught the last 2 picks of Liquid. Got the call the Claude. Great. Onyx though might be able to take this out. Mechanically demanding, but that is their comfort. Liquid, they have to play a much more conservative game. Balance out the aggression they showed earlier, lest they be punished by all the crowd control and damage that Onyx has. It's match point for the Indonesian champions. Will they be the first team to make it to the knockout stage after Mythic Seal? Or will Team Liquid force a game number 3?
It's a give and take, really. If Liquid tone down the aggression, they lose out in the early game. And I don't think you want to give this composition in particular of Onyx the early game. At this point, it comes down to just both teams playing towards their strengths, see who's better. It's mano a mano as we get ready to jump into the land of Dawn one more time. People back at home, are you part of the cavalry or are you part of the sun? Leave your votes in the live chat below. TL win or Onyx win as we dive into the land of Dawn with Natan flying over.
This is literally them playing to their strengths, banking on their comfort picks as well. But apparently it's an XP Hilda and they roam our lot for Onyx ID. So it seems like the aggression nonetheless doesn't change. It just has a little bit more of the element of crowd control too, and surprise in the mid lane, which I feel like you'd have to be careful of if you're Sanji. I mean, he does have the Purify, that's one, but you don't want to have to use it every now and then because of the final slashes and because of the knocks from Sans.
Good take
by Severo there, Master Assassin for both the gold laners, putting yourself together again back to back for Sans in the mid lane. This does seem quite normal, nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah. I guess what's interesting to me is the fact that we are getting a Hilda XP instead of the Hilda Roam with the Arla in Rome. Because with the French, you usually want more damage on the island. I'm not too big of a fan of this. Carl doing a good job in zoning Severo. Down below, it's also not the best of matchups for Lutpi.
Yeah. They just also probably want to have easier access to the way it can disrupt or disturb Sanji in terms of positioning and whatever he wants to do, but I must say, in terms of the gold lane and EXP lane matchup, they're still managing things pretty well. Not until Onyx ID decide to rotate down bottom. Sanford already pretty low, but Sanji and JP are here to provide some support. But Sans and Lutpi, or Kyrie rather, will be there too, so they won't be converting anything into a kill just yet. But I take it back. Sanford will be the first blood.
Great pick. Sans waited there, put up a camp basically, set up a tent. Just waited there, got the kill. Now has Liquid and Ocean. It's an invade onto the Lancelot. This should be a free turtle. Yeah, retry use for Carl.
Ooh, a lot of pressure coming in from Onyx ID, from EXP lane, all the way to Carl TZ and his purple buff. Keyboy just keeps going at it, uses the final flash onto JP. There's the Naha from the Breath of the Ocean. Lutpi gets the last hit too, and
they take orange.
Even orange.
Wow. This is really good by Onyx. So this is like a Sans, Breath of the Ocean!
Oh, Sanford might fall once more, but fortunately has the flicker. Kyrie there to energy eruption, but there's the Purify from Sanji to get out of that. Insane control from Onyx ID. Pressure too, you could definitely see that Carl TZ is not having the best time of his life.
You really have to respect the level of coordination by Onyx here. Because the way you play the Fredrin nowadays is very different to the way you play Fredrin back in the day. Breath of the Ocean canceling out a possible puncture. Sans gives out the thumbs up. And again, to get back to that point, back in the day, Fredrin was just so strong. You could just invade very early in the game and you would win. Here now, the Fredrin is strong, yes, but you're not a solo hero anymore. You can't just invade alone. You need a team to surround you. And that's why Onyx here have just rotated together with the Fredrin constantly and have just punished Liquid when they were caught lacking.
I mean, look at Kyrie on the Fredrin 2 levels ahead of Carl.
This is not, like Fredrin Lance, that's not how the matchup is supposed to go.
This is something. Onyx ID have seemed to go into this match with a clear picture and idea of how they're going to deal with Team Liquid. I mean, that confident pickup on the Kadita in the first phase of the draft, that to me already seemed like something from Onyx Indonesia, and now they're showing us how it's done. Not even Sanford gets to go out of his lane first or as much. And even if he does, like, he'll be just there to provide additional support to his teammates, to Carl TZ, who's clearly being disturbed most of the time whenever he tries to attempt to go for his jungle, and Kyrie denies him of this. Oh, look at that two-man knock-up with the Breath of the Ocean. Final slash also committed onto Sanji. He couldn't even use the Fenrir strike.
Blazing new win from Severo! And the Breath of the Ocean, Onyx
Oh my god.
That's a 4-1. They've lost their utility jungler. Keyboy jumps in, looking for the stun, able to get it. That's the Breath of the Ocean again. Lutpi charging in, and Oheb is forced back as Onyx go for the turtle. even without Kai, Team Liquid were baited in to a taunting Onyx. Like, dude, Kai basically taunted them by jumping in and securing orange buff. That forced them to go in. TL were like, we're not having that. We're going to kill you. But Onyx just turned it around saying, sure, you can kill us, but you will be punished. Everyone corralled in, and it was beautiful because oh wait, there's a battle there. Live cam view. All right, T-Boy, Sun's nice suit. Wait,
Carl TZ, can he get out of this? He might actually do. BMI out for Savero. So Team Liquid do find some kills to catch up. But yeah, going back, that was still a very commendable decision from Onyx ID. I mean, Kyrie just stood there. You would think he would want to reserve that retribution, but maybe not. He's already way up ahead anyway. And him getting or being able to take that away from Carl TZ, it just slows down Team Liquid a lot more. Because even to this point, he's still way behind Kyrie. All members of Team Liquid are actually significantly behind Onyx ID. But the good thing for Team Liquid, I feel, is at least they're able to hold onto their objectives, onto their turrets. They're not letting Onyx ID get any of these just yet, but that might be what they could work on next, because Onyx ID at this point, now that they're ahead, they can feel a lot more confident to just group up together and find something.
And again, to go back to the point of the replay, when Onyx are fighting in that clumped up spot, you know, like a small choke points, it becomes incredibly hard for Liquid because they're gonna get CC'd constantly by Kai, by Sans. Keyboy gets unlimited dashes, and their AoE is ridiculous with Savero. Again, the R final slat, it's just too much AoE. You have to try to fight Onyx in a big spot on the map. You don't want to be in those clinch points. Lippy's just pushing on the Hilda.
Hey.
There you go, a free turret down below for Onyx ID.
That kind of reminds me of Kirk. This is kind of like how he does or plays the Hilda. But yeah, I do agree. This is also why Team Liquid has or was forced to have the Purify on Sanji and Oheb. When things get too messy, it's almost a guaranteed way for Onyx ID to get the pick-offs because they can just layer their crowd controls after one another. Sanji already uses the wings by wings, and they can only do so much, get some information. Every now and then, they can't really confidently go in for the contest as of this moment.
Nope. I think the one thing we can talk about Liquid is the fact that they have really good clear. Lancelot, Farsa, and Moscow. So they have a plan B here. If Onyx ID get a crazy lead, Onyx will still have to teamfight their way into a victory. Like, there's no way they can just purely siege with this kind of composition. They're gonna jump on Sanford.
Oh, look at the chain, CC. We just mentioned it, but there's a split somehow. Sanford gets to walk away, but Onyx ID, they seem to fear no one. Even Sanford looks or can be a target for Onyx ID at this point. Even if you look at the items that Savero currently has, just needs one more item to complete that Trinity build, and you could already expect the damage, his potential to shred down even the tankiest members of Team Liquid. To think that we already saw the Blazing Duet too once in this game, I believe, and it was already dealing a decent amount of damage, so Team Liquid have to be very careful about this. Sans goes in, bursts down JP, might actually finish off the kill. There's the counter predator like coming in from Sanji. Carl TZ, he doesn't land the Phantom Execution onto Zavero because he's still at the BMI, and Keyboy still finds him!
A meltdown as he brings him back on the target. Keyboy still getting the kill! And now Lutpi, it's Kyrie who tanks the turret to ensure Lutpi gets away. Keyboy for Carl and JP. Sanford walks up, Breath of the Ocean landing, now with a knock up too. Blazing the way from Savero!
Oheb won't be able to make it out alive! San duo, they have to walk away! And as you've seen it, that Arlot, that was, I don't know if it was just a roam Arlot anymore. It literally had decent amount of damage too. It was the one able to get that last hit onto Carl TZ, dived in, took that risk, forced the fight even under the turret for Team Liquid, but yet again, JP, he could barely move, he can't do anything with all these final slashes and Breaths of the Ocean.
Kyrie wants to go for more, for the airstrike coming down as Keyboy goes for the side, able to go for the stun now. Constantly putting it down. Another vengeance on Carl. He jumps in! Almost Maybe get in the kill. Oh!
Lord
saves the game for Liquid. That's a breath of fresh air.
Okay, I apologize. That was a surprise steal. Too much of a surprise from Oheb. I can't even recall if there was anyone who could have gave out the information to him. But it was such a well-timed spear of destruction, allowing Team Liquid to still stay in the game, although they somehow still are, no matter what you say, but it clearly has been under control for Onyx ID. Now they will attempt to take this in this mid lane turret, but there are too much members from Onyx ID trying to keep it together. And all the while this was happening, Mirko, I did not notice how well managed the bottom lane was for Team Liquid. So that was probably also something Oheb was able to do, and now he's working on the other side of the map as well.
3-item power spike, 10 minutes and 47 seconds to claim it. And this is looking good for Oheb. Looking good for Team Liquid too. They've bought a bit more time. Remember, Onyx ID kind of fighting against the clock here. The composition should get outscaled. Should. I'm not sure. We'll see, because it should, right? The Farsa should have a better late game than the Kadita. Everyone, except for maybe the Clog, right? So it's a battle of prolonging the game, and Oheb literally got them a get-out-of-jail-free card with that steal.
Yeah, and Team Liquid at this point have also probably realized that they should be picking where the fights take place, because in those very narrow spots, it's clearly Onyx ID who gets the advantage, and I think we talked about this earlier too. So now that they have a bit more room to move around the map to decide on where they will be choosing to engage Onyx ID, then they can potentially be the ones to position themselves first and not get taken by surprise as much by Sans. Still is a major threat to Team Liquid. We can't deny the fact that he is, but I think that's another thing too. Like, they have to be careful on who they're letting or who they're assigning to check the brushes, the members of Onyx ID, because even JP can get bursted down, and we've seen it happen a lot of times in this game. So that's something Team Liquid definitely has to consider in the upcoming seconds or minutes of this game. But so far it seems like all they want is just to manage the map and the macro before the next fight breaks out.
Yeah, because they know Oheb. Oheb spotted in the bush. Spear of Misery baited out, and Oheb sent back to the base. So yeah, they know that Oheb is the guy that can make things happen right now. Clearing out the side lanes, appearing in fights, stealing lords. Mans can do everything. And that's why TLPH are going to have to bank on him, at least for now, to continuously hold that way for them. Because if not, then Onyx get a free forced error.
Yeah. And now it's Onyx slowly approaching the Lord. Might be the first ones to actually position and set up for this take. They know that Oheb has just cleared the lane up top. Keyboy is someone you have to pay attention to, but it's not actually any other member they try to go for. It's Sanford who they try to burst down. Sands will also get to receive the damage from the Feathered Airstrike. Ludwig trying to zone the other members, but Carl trying to fight Kyrie head on in terms of the retribution, but Kyrie actually wins it out!
Kai wins a retreat, Severo wipes the back, Carl gets a kill on Kai, but it's 3, 4, 1. Lippy walking up the bush, Carl on the orange buff now as he goes in, secures the orange buff. Keyboy looking for the chase, goes in, able to get the vengeance, but that's about it, only one. Carl should be able to escape.
He has all his skills intact for him to make it out alive, but can they still save the game? Final slash trigger committed on the Sanford. There's the Breath of the Ocean. Chain CC all over again, and Savannah with a free hit. There's still some bit of sustain, but it won't keep him safe. Phantom Execution from Carl!
Jumps in with a puncture, saves the day again. Feathered Airstrike coming down too. Mid lane base turret will fall. That's an SOD landing. Oheb gets his Spear of Misery, pins him down. Sans falling. T-Boy as well. JP's the one who gets the shutdown. Oheb didn't get a kill, but TL get 2.
Okay, so after that, Team Liquid have somehow still showed some signs of life. They're definitely fighting for this. They want to go for the turrets. 2 members. They see and feel the damage coming in from Saki and Carl TZ as well. He finds Luffy, and now it's Savero. He's after!
Carl TZ!
Oh my
what are
god,
you made
Carl
of?
TZ.
7 seconds. Carl jumps in the base. We saw a comeback in game number 1. We see the GOAT shine in game number 2.
Time after time, proving why he's the greatest of all time. And this titanic matchup is forced into a game number 3 by Carl frickin' TZ.
You have to put the frickin'. It's...
Yeah, because if I said another word, I'd probably lose my job.
No, I was on you with that because of just how well he performed in this game. And to think that he's been constantly bothered in the jungle for majority of the game. He just looks for that one opportunity and opening to turn things around.
That's great. This. How could you? Like how could it be better? You cannot write this stuff. This is crazy, dude. Oh my God, Carl Tusok TZ, man.
Carl Tusok TZ. Hey, I mean, that was already such a great start for Onyx ID.
Oh my God, dude. Everyone does better from behind.
That's been the story of this day. The more you lose, the stronger you are, the higher the chances of you winning it. And yes, Onyx ID played such a great how to mess up Team Liquid game. All the crowd control, all the counter engage, and the fact that the timings were on point where Liquid just looked like they were like, man, why can't we get our flow going? Why can't we get in the zone? But then a siege, a push, and then Carl TZ
the Lord Steel, that's a delay to that point too. Oh my
big money
Lord.
Allhead with a big money spear. It's one of those things that really, I get it, why our community says sometimes I feel like, you know, MLBB is a little bit too scripted, bro. These things are better than fiction.
Dude, it's actually crazy, but that's the case, yo.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, like, sometimes reality is weirder than fiction. We're seeing it here. Oh, dude, I'm so... I'm out of words. So speechless.
These upper bracket matches so far, they have absolutely delivered. None of them have been a sweep. None of them have been a one-sided performance just yet. It's weird to think that we're literally seeing teams play better from behind, but I think, well, that's a huge development there. It's like teams usually just are good at playing from, you know, like an advantage, but now they actually can set up for more and more comebacks. So things are really getting competitive here in MSC 2025. I get it now.
Honestly, and yeah, I'm figuring out about Team Liquid, but then Onyx been fantastic all throughout the series. You can see from game 1, their game plan is so clear. They know Team Liquid's tendencies to be overly aggressive, and they have been playing against that so well. But if you leave just 1 or 2 crucial pieces open for Liquid to turn things around, they'll be able to find a way to turn things around.
I'm pretty stupid to think that, like, oh man, the match 1 was so good. This might actually be better than match of the day. No. Oh my God.
We don't say that.
Yeah. This is amazing. It's look at this, right? Again, this is maybe you just don't want neutral objectives, chat.
Yeah.
Maybe just, you know, just do your thing, farm up.
Why is it like this?
Second time of the day where a team that got significantly less neutral objectives somehow
actually wins it out!
Kai wins a red tree, Savero wipes the back, Carl gets a kill on Kai!
Again, calls easy as well, he finds and now Team Liquid have somehow still showed some signs of life. They're definitely fighting for this. They want to go for the turrets. 2 members, they see and feel the damage coming in from Saji and calls easy as well, he finds and now Savero is after!
Carl TZ! What are you made of? 7 seconds on Sans. Carl jumps in the base. We saw a comeback in game number 1. We see the GOAT shine in game number 2.
Of course, this would have been an absolute crawl for a Moskov. Sanford just took almost 7,500 damage.
Everything.
Everything. Him and his mini longs as the glue And because of how well Savero and Sans played for Onyx in this one, really fulfilling their role incredibly well, it demanded even more performance from the carries of Liquid, which happened.
It did.
It's crazy.
I was thinking it would have been, or it clearly looked like such a hard game for Sanji, but I think he too eventually found a way to deal with everything. It was just better timings, waiting for the opportunities which clearly Onyx could no longer cancel you out or something, and I feel like it happened a lot of times. Onyx felt super confident, so they were willing to use the final slashes onto JP, onto the other members, so that was like, okay, maybe I can use my feathered airstrike now, maybe I can allow for our teams to fight back, and so yeah, why are you
fight back?
Because sometimes I just want to act things out, because like right now too, I'm at a loss of words for.
You don't need to explain yourself. You get it. It's completely fine. I'm pretty